Luigi Primo. And I make a best of pizza. Just like how you have to knead the dough and put on the sauce and the cheese and the toppings. So Casey is going to go to the video game store. He's going to find the best retro titles like a Mario or a Contra. And he's going to put it on a pizza, put it in the oven for 600 degrees, take it out, and it's going to be a melted plastic. And you're going to take a bite. It's going to burn your mouth and tear up your esophagus. But you're going to love the way it tastes because it's going to be a pizza for your mind. Please enjoy. Casey is raw. And remember, I make the best pizza.
The following announcement has been paid for by Casey is Raw. What up, guys? My name is Casey is Raw. Welcome to Saturday is Raw. We got AJ Raiders, and we got Steve got Steve Callen on the call.
Hey, everybody.
How you guys doing today?
I'm all right.
You sound tired.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I was trying to see if you guys could hear me good.
Yeah, you sound good.
Okay.
I had to, while the intro was going, my headset wasn't working. I had to look into it. So in the middle, the intro's going on. It's like, why can I not hear anything? And then I finally, I guess, figured it out because now it's working. But
yeah, I only got one ear working too. Like headphone don't working for some reason. It's weird.
Well, let's say hi to the people in chat. We got Danny MT in chat.
What's up, Danny?
We got AJ himself.
Of course.
We got Randy Viper. We hadn't seen in the chat in a long time. Oh,
What's
and
up, Randy?
And he has a message for Steve.
Boo, you too, Randy.
So, I know AJ watched the Who Killed WCW episode 1.
Yeah.
They had like a huge chunk of it as a trailer, like 15 minutes on YouTube.
Yeah.
And what sucks is like the 15
Well, technically, it wasn't a trailer, though. It was the first 15 minutes of the first episode.
Yeah. It was a teaser or whatever, but it was, like you said, it was. So if you watch the first 15 minutes, you're kind of like, rewatching the first 15 minutes of the episode. But,
yeah, it was weird.
But, yeah, it was weird. And you can watch, I believe they have a full episode on YouTube right now. You can watch it for free. The day
Yeah, but
after.
it's only available in the U.S. though, Casey. I tried to see it, send it to Steve, and
Oh,
he couldn't
I
watch it.
watched it. Somebody, another YouTube person, had it full on YouTube. So
Oh, okay.
I know one thing, like on the day it releases, it doesn't show up on the YouTube. It's like the next day
Hmm.
because I was trying to look everywhere to watch this. It's like, how is anyone watching this? Like, unless I guess you had cable, but
I have a streaming site that I use to watch Vice.
well, I mean, and I tried to even looked up on my YouTube TV, and I didn't have Vice there. So luckily, they finally uploaded it on YouTube the day after. So I mean, they worked with the people who did Dark Side of the Ring. You could tell, but they didn't have to use all the reenactments like they would do with the Dark Side of the Ring because now they are allowed to use WWE footage. You know.
Well, I think it's all because of The Rock too, because he's a chairperson on TKO, and
Yeah.
TKO Holdings owns WWE. So I mean, they have the rights to use it.
Yeah. So they're like, hey, sure, why not? And like people likes this type of stuff. Like, especially you're a big fan of WCW, so
Right. I don't
uh
know. At this point, I'm getting tired of talking about WCW, man. Like, WCW, okay, you know how I used to be the flag bearer and all that?
mm,
Now it's just like, I get it, but they're telling and rehashing the same shit over and over and over again. People need to understand this. WCW is dead. It's not coming back. Stop beating the dead horse already. It's been done millions of times over, and we're all tired of it.
I mean,
no, I agree. Like I've heard people, like this past week saying, "Oh, WCW is gonna come back." I'm like, really? Just
It's
stop.
not coming back.
I know it's not, but there's people posting saying, "Oh, WCW 2.0." Like, really?
now I mean one, they had to go through WWE to do that. And WWE like there's some stuff that like some of the copyrights from WCW, like the I think Bash at the Beach or something like that, that they would let that elapse. But
Well, funny, they just renewed the trademark for WCW because they guess I don't understand how the hell it happens. It's in the video game, but for some reason they let the trademark of WCW itself lapse, and they just renewed the trademark for it.
you figure they shouldn't have to do that.
Right.
They bought the company and the logos and everything. Why do you need to?
But think about it this way though, Casey. Back in 2001 when they bought the company, they didn't do anything with it except for Bash at the Beach. They used Bash at the Beach. That was all they used for the longest time.
Mm,
If you don't use a certain trademarks or logos for a period of time and you let them lapse, people can literally go into the trademark commission, buy those logos and trademarks, and WWE can't do anything about it. That's what WWE doesn't understand is you're a multi-billion-dollar corporation. You
mm.
own you own all these trademarks and licenses. You have to keep up on it. You have lawyers. You have all this shit. You got to make sure you're up to date on it so nobody can steal your intellectual property. You know what I mean?
Well, it's funny you talk about that, is when you have all these contracts coming up and they don't they used to go up to them like a year prior or so and get them to re-sign, and
Hmm.
now they're kind of letting these wrestlers, I guess, choose if they want to stay or not. Like yeah, obviously you get choice, but a lot of times they hound them about that. I guess they don't
Right.
hound them as they used to. But
Well, okay, I gotta tell people on this one. There's been so much purely. This is all purely speculation. It's not gonna happen. All these AEW fans think that fucking Becky Lynch is coming to AEW. No, she's not
No
coming to
way.
AEW.
no,
She's going home to spend time with her family.
Yes.
People need to get that over. You know, it's not happening.
I think the reasons why people did that is people like Edge went over there.
Right.
Like, well, when Edge could have just stayed in the WWE, like he was made for life in there, but Edge felt like he did everything he could do in WWE, and
Right.
and has a bunch of different people in AEW that, and that's what some of these people do. They're like, after a while, I mean, we fought the same people over and over and over, so
Mhm.
I don't blame them to go over there, but a lot of times WWE has a bunch of new faces that come in all the time, but unlike Edge, I'm like he's like he get to choose where he wants to go. So, but Becky Lynch, the one she's a huge free agent right now, but she's if anything she'll go back to WWE because
Oh,
her
she is
husband.
going back to WWE. She's just taking time off to spend time with their daughter and
Yeah,
Seth Rollins. Like she's just taking some time off. She'll be back. She just
I'm
needs.
think I'm thinking if Seth Rollins wasn't in the picture, that maybe it'd be more likely to happen. But because she's married to Seth Rollins, like she,
Yeah, but that's the thing, though, Casey. I understand you're talking about her and Seth Rollins, but think about it this way: if Becky Lynch said "quote unquote" left WWE for AEW, nobody really knows who Rebecca Quinn is, or they know who Becky Lynch is. If she
yeah,
went over and used Becky Quinn or Rebecca Quinn on AEW, yeah, they'll know who she is,
yeah,
but she's not going to be as big of a star as she is in WWE. That's what people don't understand. She's not a Hulk Hogan. She's not Macho Man. She's not Hall or Nash, that made a huge impact by going to another company and making it big. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, I mean, look at Paige. I mean, she went over the AEW and she made a splash for a little bit, and then she kind of just disappeared in the
She
background.
fizzled. I don't know if she's still even in the company, or is
Oh, she
she in
still
like
is.
ROH?
No, she's still there because there's this new uh oh.
What's up?
I got someone in the chat spamming.
Hold on.
Kick him out.
I'm gonna put the user in timeout, not ban them, but
Well, you should ban them because he just put in time out to be back.
I don't know who
Yeah,
this
just ban him, dude.
by but oh gosh, but Paige, she's there. She's she's managing this one woman, and she's still part of. I guess it's not the outcast. Wherever she became the
No
where,
clue.
wherever that group she was part of with uh, Ruby's Soho.
Yeah, I think was it the Runaways or was it the Outcasts?
It
I
was
don't.
the social
I don't.
outcast.
Yeah, it's a social
Okay,
outcast.
okay. Cause see, I'm gonna admit right here, I don't watch AEW. I see the clips here or there on YouTube.
Mm.
I have no fucking clue.
Well, I seen her recently on there, but she's just managing. So I'm wondering what maybe she's just like not 100% able to wrestle anymore. Still, like I mean, she showed up, she won the belt at Wembley, and then lost it, and then she kind of like disappeared. But
Hmm.
but I mean, even Edge. I mean, yeah, I'm like, it's not smart just to take these WWE people that comes in and put them right away at like the forefront. Like then that's just saying, hey, our wrestlers are second class people. You know,
Hmm.
so that's why I'm kind of glad at least Edge got the TNT belt instead of the world belt immediately.
Well, he did.
Well, I mean, he did got the world belt immediately. He
Well,
got
no, but he was a TNT champion. Was.
yeah, like that. Like I always ask or wonder, it's like which belt is the second tier belt? Like to me, I would say it's the international belt because international means world. So, and
Got
then
a
you have
question for you guys. How many belts does AEW have in general?
quite a bit.
Too
Because it
many.
seems like everybody has like a fucking championship over there.
Does.
Well, I mean,
So that's not good.
No.
no. Well, I mean, minus even the Ring of Honor being part of it because I don't count the Ring of Honor championships because they are that's a completely different company and or brand. So I separate those. But as AEW, you have the trios champions, the
Hmm.
tag team champions. You got
Hmm.
the women's world champion, and TBS is their version of the second tier belt for the women's.
Hmm.
The did I say the trios tag
Yeah.
teams?
He
You
did.
said trios, tag team, women's,
And,
uh,
and the TBS belt.
TBS belt. Yeah.
Then you got the world belt,
Yeah.
Don't
and
they
then
still have the Continental title or something like
yeah,
that?
you got Continental, the International, TNT,
Jesus Christ, that's 8 belts already.
and
Yeah, I'm
if you,
sorry. I think most companies, the limit is 4. You need 4 belts. That's it.
and that's minus oh gosh, what's called the
The FTW.
FT the,
No, I don't count.
the
I don't count that as a belt. It's a joke. That's not a belt. I don't count that. That's a stupid.
well,
Anyways, I don't even know why it gets offended. It's stupid. It's a joke.
it is a joke, but eh,
Just like
but
AEW ruined Chris Jericho.
no,
Who?
I wouldn't say that.
AEW, this new character they're doing. Yeah, AEW is ruining Chris Jericho with this stupid, goofy gimmick that they're doing with him now.
I heard something about it. It's called the Learning Tree.
Oh, it's so
Yeah,
stupid and cringe. I can't. It's
he's
so
trying to be like the teacher for the
I can't. It's
wrestlers.
so stupid.
I heard he
Like,
was getting memed bad fucking because he's so fat, and I guess people are saying that his nipples are like weirdly like shaped. I don't know. People were talking about it on Twitter. Like I said, I don't follow the company. I just see shit on Twitter.
Yeah.
but no, going back to who killed WCW, that was a good episode.
I didn't mind it.
It mainly followed Eric Bischoff for a little bit, where he started off before he was even part of the AWA, where he was. What's cool, they even showed the Ninja Star Wars, where you'll wear
Yeah.
the
I want to
band.
find those and see if they're on fucking eBay and maybe see how much they are worth.
You
You
know what?
should.
Why not? Let's
Casey,
look.
go look it up.
That's what I'm gonna do right now. Let me bring me up.
I'd laugh if Bischoff is actually sell them out of his house because he's probably got a whole bunch of them in the basement.
Probably.
what is it called? Ninja
Ninja Star Wars.
Star.
I'm curious of would he get sued by Lucas by
Oh,
copyright?
look at this thing. Hold on, let me bring it to this one right here. Look at this one. It's a samurai Darth Vader.
Jeez,
Hold
that's horrible.
on, let me bring that back up. I'm still on eBay. I just gotta bring it. I closed that page real quick. All right. I'm back here. Let's see.
Hmm.
They got this one where
Maybe try Ninja Stars?
we could
Because
try
this is
that.
just going to pull up Star Wars stuff.
That's what it's looking like, a bunch of Star Wars stuff.
Yeah. I was about to say, that's exactly what it looks like.
Ninja Stars?
Yeah, try Ninja Stars.
Let's say Star.
Ninja.
Put game, probably?
Yeah. Or I would put Bischoff. Maybe it might be on there. I don't know. Because he's the
Hey,
creator.
that's a good thing you brought that up because I wouldn't mind trying to locate that. Well, I thought for a second it was like you actually saw the product on the show.
They look pretty neat. I mean, for 80s toy, that looks pretty
Yeah.
cool. I mean,
I remember they were saying that
it didn't sell well from what I was
no,
hearing.
no, but he was selling out of his car. Oh wow!
Do you know how to spell Bischoff? Because I can spell it for you if
No,
you need it.
no, you don't. You can buy Ninja Stars and throwing knives. All right, yeah, let's try Ninja Star Wars, then we'll put Bischoff.
Okay.
Star Wars. Eric.
And it's Bischoff. No, it
Nope.
just comes up Bischoff.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't have any.
Wow.
It was so rare.
Yeah. Well, that sucks.
Somebody tweet at Bischoff and see if where we can buy these Ninja Star Wars at.
Yeah.
Because I'm actually kind of interested in them.
Actually, it was cool that I was out and about and I was talking to Tex. I went to this store that I go to, and I know Tex is a big prequel for the Star Wars.
Yeah, he likes 1, 2, and 3.
And I found a statue of Qui-Gon Jinn for $5.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, I was gonna buy it and send it to him, and I offered it to him, but he said he has so much shit that he doesn't have room for his stuff.
I mean, yeah. I literally bought him the Ghostface popcorn bucket that he has sitting in his house. But that was rare because those things went like hot cakes from like the movie theater. And when I saw him on the website, I told him about it, and he was like, "Hell yeah, I'll get me one." I got it for him. Yeah.
But oh gosh, so yeah, you saw him selling that game type of game, a ninja game. He got together with Vern Gagne of the AWA, and then
Don't forget Sonny Ono.
and so he teamed up with Sonny Ono on that.
Yeah, because it was actually him and Sonny Ono that came up with that game design.
I love how you wear the bandana and there's a clear visor, so you know the stars don't hit you in the eyeballs.
Yeah, even though they're like what? Not plastic, they're foam with like sticking
foam?
on the back. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think they were foam with like adhesive on the back, so when you threw them, they would stick. And then 3 of them, and you're out.
I know you had to wear a vest too.
Yeah,
but even back
he
then,
kind of reminded me of that Luigi Primo when he was wearing the fucking yellow shirt with the red the suspenders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, and the fucking mustache he was wearing. Oh my god, that was fucking hilarious.
What's one thing they didn't show is like before Bischoff went to WCW, he actually tried out for WWF as an
with the broom.
Yeah, with the broom, and I thought that would have been something cool if they brought up because, like, he was talking to Vince, even though he said he didn't see Vince. He was like, "Is this a cue that I need to head to the airport.
I think that's a lot of it. What pissed Bischoff off about Vince too, and why he wanted to kill WWE, because Vince, pretty much told him to, kick the bricks. He wasn't that good, but I mean, obviously he was good in AEWA as an announcer, and then
Yeah.
once Zabisco told him that he went to WCW and
Mhm.
he followed him to WCW, and then they gave him a shot as third string announcer there. From what he said, Bischoff said is I don't know if I believe him or not on that part, but he said when he was working the AWA, he never knew what WCW was. It's like, how do you not know what WCW is? You're in the wrestling business. Everybody knows every company that's in existence at that point.
Well, at first he started working, I think, for advertising for AWA, and then
Yeah, that's where the Ninja Star Wars came
yeah,
in. But I'm saying you
but
can't be that naive of not knowing what WCW is.
yeah, I would kind of believe it because I mean at the time it was the NWA before it was even WCW, so like
Was it?
yeah, it was starting to turn into WCW during that time frame.
Let me ask you, was Crockett still in the picture? Because, I
Mm,
mean, they were. It's very convoluted. I mean, like I said, I really didn't see Crockett. I was only influenced with WCW, so I couldn't really tell you about the Crockett years.
oh, I couldn't tell you either, but like I'm I would tend to. I usually wouldn't believe Bischoff, but I think he had no reason to lie about that. So
Yeah.
I don't see why. But and then obviously, yeah, he applied for the job, and he made some good choices when he was WCW executive producer.
Hmm.
Like he made it more profitable, like turn it from losing a ton of money to like I remember stories where he said that he's seen stacks of plane tickets and that I guess some of the wrestlers would either use them or sell them to get money or something like that. Like and then he cut that off and
Hmm.
obviously, change your venue where they would go to arenas, but they would have to turn the lights completely down so you couldn't see any of the fans.
Yeah, because I mean that was for WWE though too. I mean, let's be honest here. Like the late '80s, early '90s,
Mm.
wrestling was in the shitter. It didn't matter if it was WWE or WCW.
Oh yeah, I mean, granted, we needed the NWO to
Well,
reinvigorate.
I mean, before NWO, let's be honest here, we needed WCW to ignite it with
Yeah,
Nitro, and
I
because
agree with that.
without Nitro, I mean WCW, like Bischoff said, if Ted wouldn't have been in the picture, they would have got rid of it prior of '94
Oh
because it
yeah,
was that bad.
it was just you know losing a ton of money, and a lot of the people on the network wanted to get rid of it even back then.
Yeah, and the only thing that Bischoff did lie about on that podcast or on that documentary series or episode one is Ted Turner said, "Oh, that if WCW doesn't make a profit or turn a profit, I'm pulling it." Ted said there was three things that made TBS what the Superstation was. It was Braves baseball, WCW wrestling, and the Andy Griffith Show. Those were the top three things that made a success for TBS. Ted
Yeah,
would never pull the plug on WCW. He was the only one that was saving that company from dying.
well, I wouldn't see. I bet they were making money on the TV end than the ticket sales for from WCW. That's probably why they kept it on there so long.
Yeah.
Like you gotta remember the when TBS. Oh, we got Russian Chew in the chat. He's giving us the eyeballs. Welcome,
What's
Roosh.
up, Aru?
Hey, Rue.
But yeah, I think WCW was a big thing for TNT or TBS because, like, I guarantee they were making money from the TV end, but as ticket sales probably wasn't. But that's probably why
Well,
they
that's
kept
why they
it.
moved Saturday night to the Disney MGM studios,
Yeah.
because you could, like Bischoff said, for 5 days, each day he can film an episode because it's bringing in new people,
Mm.
and that's content right there.
Oh, Roosh and True says, "Yo, fuckers now going. Why are you going live over Ken, man? I've been doing Saturdays for little while, Roo. So it's just a better night, and there's gonna be overlapping. Sorry.
I mean, there's a lot of competition out there, literally. I mean, you
Oh
got
yeah.
Ken, you got Joe, you got us, you got Mikkel, even though Mikkel doesn't have anybody really watching him. But still, I mean, there's competition all around, which is good.
Yeah.
Competition feeds us more and makes it a better community, a better everything, to be honest here.
Oh, talking about the better community, Frank from the Harsh Truth.
I know you, clout chaser, last night going
No,
on there.
oh yeah, I was trolling them,
Casey
but
would do that.
no, but I was actually giving them props. They overtaken my subs. So I'm happy for them. Like, always say good things about Frank, saying, hey, he deserves to have more subs, and somehow he just blew past me. So, like, I'm happy for him.
Oh yeah, I'm so happy for Frank. To be honest with you, I hope that you and Frank both at the end of the year both have 1,000 subscribers. That's my key goal. I really hope both of you succeed and do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting there. Like, I would never thought I would get hit over 700. I'm like,
You put the effort in, you put the work in, man. That's what you
yeah.
do.
Yeah, I mean, even though lately I've just been a little slack and not putting videos out, but I've been streaming. Like, I picked up the PlayStation VR 2.
Yeah, I
And,
seen that. That was weird. The
uh,
stream with the VR that you were doing.
yeah. Well, the first one was I was playing Among Us, and I couldn't hear what was going on. Apparently, there was kids on there, but I didn't hear them at all. Like, they weren't coming through the freaking TV screen. And at one point, I finally heard them, but it came out of the controller. But
Yeah.
I was missing one of the pieces for the headset, and I didn't get a new headset for the new VR2 until yesterday. And then when I did Tetris Effect, I was able to use it, but then I didn't realize I was muted. But here's the problem: when I'm doing that, I don't see the chat.
Yeah,
And
that's the only problem.
Yeah. Like, I think on the other one, when someone says something like in the chat on the VR1, I'm able to see the chat and still play the game. With this, no. But what's cool with the VR headset is that with this one, it has cameras on the front. So, like, if you need to move stuff out of the way or see where you're going, like, you can just press a button and then they turn the camera on. And it almost looks like you're looking out with your eyeballs, but it's all in black and white. Like, I removed this coffee table out of the way, and at one point I was getting so cold, it was like I hit the button so I can go to the thermostat and turn the AC off. but it's cool. Like, there's not a lot of games for it, but I've been doing more streams. But let's go back to who.
I know we keep going off subject and topic.
Well, it happens. But
Uh,
so once Bischoff go to the MGM studios,
Yep.
like, and then Bischoff, they didn't say where he got the inspiration for the NWO. That came from New Japan.
Yeah, I would say NWO New Japan because that was a Sonny Ono and him, I guess, went over to NJPW and
Yeah.
saw that kind of concept going on over there, and he said,
Mhm.
"Well, hey, if they're doing it over here, and we have um, what's the word I'm looking for? Um,
Parody?
help me out, huh?"
A parody?
No, partnership. They have
Yeah.
partnership with New Japan that they figured they could use the same concept since they're friends and they work together as business companies work together. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much where it started from. I mean,
Well, yeah,
Jesus Christ, Casey.
that's not good. I was trying to get the camera close enough, but like I wanted to lean back, but I didn't want to seem far away. But yeah, then they were doing that whole Outsiders. They were talking about Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. They went to WWF, then came back, and they admit that they were trying to make it look like WWF was invading them.
Yeah.
And then honestly,
Speaking of that, so with that being said, so when they thought that Hall and Nash was invading WCW from WWF, WWF sued WCW
yeah,
for the copyright or for the what was it, infringement or character. I forgot what the word was called.
well,
Somebody.
they're copywriting on the Razor Ramon and Diesel,
Yeah.
even though they didn't.
Even though they
One,
didn't call him that, though, it was
yeah,
because Scott Hall was using the "Hey Chico," the accent.
yeah, and not only that, they weren't. Neither of them were wearing their outfits either. Like they're so like to me, I don't see how they could have WWF could have won that because one, I mean, yeah, they weren't wearing their get-ups and
Right.
they weren't calling themselves anything. So
Right. I mean, they were just two guys that are invading. I mean, they didn't use Razor Ramon. They didn't use Diesel, like you said. Hell, even Bischoff said on Great American Bash '96, he said, "Do you guys work for the WWF?" And they
yeah,
both said no. And that's when the infamous power bomb through the stage happens. And I guess Vince got so mad about it, won the case, and they said if WCW ever has the chance to go up for sale, that they have the first rights to bid on the sale and the liquidation and all that good stuff.
yeah. Who figured that actually come out and work that way? Like,
Yeah, who knows?
but yeah, they talk about the NWO, and I think that's pretty much like they didn't get to the part where they overdid or like they watered down the NWO. They did talk about uh, the match with Sting versus Hulk Hogan at Starrcade '97, and
Right.
Bischoff did say that Hogan didn't feel like it was ready for Sting to beat him clean. But
Oh yeah, see that's some bullshit. Like, cause Sting, see Bischoff and Hogan need to understand something. Sting is in character. He hasn't wrestled in 18 months. He's literally up in the rafters. So he's living his gimmick just like everybody else is living their gimmick. Ric Flair that you see on TV is actually Ric Flair in real life. Let's be honest here. Sting was portraying his character. And Hogan with the creative control, fucking won't put anybody over because it doesn't work for me, brother. That's so fucking dumb, man. Like, you're ruining shit. Just fucking let Sting win. It's what was gonna happen. Quit fucking being a fucking selfish dickhead or a prick. And it's not about you, it's about the company. That's what the 18 months was built up.
Well,
I mean, hell, think about it this way. Look when, in the beginning of the show, when they had every single WCW wrestler come in, and they were doing the credit snaps, or
yeah.
and then fucking Kevin Nash is like, "Oh, thanks for the money," and then fucking Bret Hart's like, "Oh, go fuck yourself." It's like, really, fuck you guys, you know? You guys just fucking are a bunch of mooches that killed the company.
Well, I mean, that's true. I mean, but Nash did a lot good for them though too with him and Scott Hall. Yeah,
Really? He fucking booked fucking Goldberg's fucking losing streak. That's one part that killed WCW.
well,
Right,
I
and
mean,
then the finger poke of doom. Really? That was smart?
no, I didn't. I said they did a lot of good, but obviously they did a lot of bad. But
I
you
would say
brought
the bad was outweighing the good. Yes. Was the NWO good? Yes. Was the NWO should have died right after Sting won the championship at Starrcade. That's when the NWO should have died. That would have been the perfect time. Hogan loses the belt. The Outsiders lost their titles. They should have disbanded right then and there.
no. I think having too many splinter groups is one problem. Like when you had the LWO, you got the
Yeah, but the LOWO was only trying to survive, though. You gotta understand, though, because they were getting beat up by the NWO Black and White. They were getting beat up by. Well, I don't think they were really getting beat up by the NWO Wolfpack because the Wolfpack was more trying to fight the NWO Black and White. I mean, the LWO was just there because everybody was like you said, that everybody's having a faction, which I'm cool with factions, but dude, when everybody and their fucking mama, even Sting, WCW, Sting himself, went to the Wolfpack.
Yeah.
When the fuck is Sting gonna be a fucking NWO member? Sting hated the NWO. Why is he coming over? Why is Luger going in there? I mean, I don't get it.
It's funny because Bischoff said before if Hogan wasn't going to be the third man, it was going to be Sting.
Yeah, that wouldn't have worked.
Oh no, but I mean, yeah, I mean, he wasn't wearing that face paint like he was as the Crow Sting. He was still the Surfer Sting at that time. So yeah, I don't think it worked. Maybe if he was the Crow Sting, that could have been.
Well, they did try that the one time. If you remember, I don't know if you were watching Nitro at the time, but Sting was inside of the ring with the NWO at one point. They were trying to get him to be a member, and he kept, declining, just like DDP.
Yeah,
like there was so many people that either Hogan, Hall, or Nash tried to recruit, and they're like, no, we're not. We're Team WCW. It's just how it is. Hell, I mean, that even went for War Games for '97.
Even Bret
when you
Hart.
had, Bret Hart. Come on, he was just he was there for the money, like he said. He said, "Fuck that company," and thanks for the money. That's pretty much it.
He wasn't even officially part of the NWO. I think he was the recruiter for them.
Actually, he was a part of them in late '97. Like, soon as he came over from the screw job, like right after Starrcade, so we'll say '98, there was an episode of Nitro that there was a big stretch limo that he came out with Miss Elizabeth, and fucking there was a hot tub in there because Hogan came out with him. I remember that.
Well,
because I think it was. Yeah, it was the NWO. It was NWO Monday Nitro. That was what happened. It was that episode. It was the last 30 minutes of it that the NWO took over Nitro. That's what happened. Yeah.
And then they didn't. I think the very next week they went right back to WCW Nitro.
Oh yeah. No, dude, look at the NWO sold out pay-per-view. It did not do well.
No.
Come on, they literally did Des Moines, Iowa. Or no, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. My bad. Cedar Rapids. The NWO came out with fucking riding on garbage trucks. Are you serious?
Well, no,
Like, come on.
It was heavily, obviously, they were trying to push all the heels to win. And, like, they
Mhm.
had, like, it was just made no sense. Like, yeah, he was
It
trying
didn't.
something. He was trying something different, but that episode didn't. I mean, that. Oh gosh, that did not work. Oh, Russian. Casey is wrong. You dick. Says Rouge and True says, well, look at Casey. I believe food killed Casey is raw.
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
I know it looks better if I'm like this, but I kind of like leaning back. That's why I was trying to have the laptop right here. But
Why is everybody trying to be like the Bullet Club? I don't get it. Like your 8-bit Eric shirt. It's like a parody of the Bullet Club.
well, yeah. I mean, it's like how people use the NWO gimmick.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Bullet Club ripped off the NWO. I mean, literally, to this day,
Oh, yeah.
they still do the too sweet and the hand gesture. It's like,
Well,
you're
yeah.
a ripoff.
Yeah, but it's over right now. It's like it's been over for a while.
Is it? I mean, it was over back in 2015. I mean, let's be honest. I think that's when the strongest part of that faction was. When you had AJ Styles at the head, you had the Good Brothers, you had Kenny Omega, you had the Young Bucks. I mean,
What's up, Jamel McGee? Hola,
Can you-
amigos.
I don't know.
hola amigos.
Well, but I mean, I think it's still over. I don't really watch New Japan, but I know right
Neither
now
do I.
In AEW they have Bullet Club Gold right now.
Didn't they have to change it or something?
I guess they kind of like they still used the name earlier, like on Friday night, but for some reason they just I guess they just like the name Bang Bang Gang better. Like,
Wait, you gotta say it with your finger guns.
Oh,
Bang,
god.
bang.
It's the stupidest thing ever. Stupid Bang Bang Gang. Fuck that shit.
I don't think it's that bad.
It's stupid. It's stupid. It's just as stupid as the claim doing the scissors thing.
Yeah, Jamal, I think he's right. I think they do have a little too many factions, but
Just like they have too many belts.
They do. Oh, Bang Bang Gang. Oh, look, we have the Ass Boys with us. Like, Ass Boys suck. Like, you have.
well, but I kind of like some of the factions they have, like you got the House of Black.
That one I like.
I do like that one. Even though I haven't watched them in a while.
But I like some of the groups like the Blackpool Combat Club. That's good too.
I like them. Oh, you know
Oh,
what's a
yeah.
stupid faction? The Private Party is stupid.
Rouge and True says, "See, Casey would create the Raw Club. What it means, I don't know, unless he."
You know what? We should parry that shirt and actually make it. I'm gonna get onto that. I'm gonna make that shirt.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to do some of the shirts like that. That'd be good.
That's a good concept.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a good idea, Rue. Hell yeah! I'm actually gonna draw that concept up tonight.
But I thought the first episode, Who Killed WCW, was good. But I would suggest if anyone wants to watch it, you can watch it. The first episode for free on YouTube.
Yeah,
But
I think all 4 of them will be the Wednesday afternoon. They will be uploading them on Vice's YouTube channel. But if you have Vice or a legal way to watch it, Tuesday nights at 10 o'clock Eastern.
well, but it's gonna be interesting. Like like brought it up right here. He says David Arquette killed WCW. I guarantee you that's going to be part of it.
Yeah, that's from what I heard. It's either going to be episode 3 because right now they started with like the beginning of WCW and then the middle like of the formation of the NWO. I
Yeah.
think episode 2 they're going to be working fully on like the NWO and then like NWO Wolfpack and the Finger Poke of Doom. I think that's what episode 2 is going to
And
be
vice versa.
because episode 1 was titled Where the Big Boys Play. So obviously episode 2's got to be either NWO Elite or NWO Wolfpack or NWO versus WCW, something like that.
I'm thinking they were trying to say that one of the bigger things was the outcome of Starrcade '97. I was like, I don't think so. I think it's a bad call what they did, but I
It was stupid.
It was stupid, but I don't think that was the beginning of the downfall. I think it was a mistake.
But there was something that Kevin Sullivan said to Kevin Nash that next night after when Tyson showed up on Raw and then he showed up at the WrestleMania 14. He said the waters. You feel that the water's getting cold, meaning we're heading to the Titanic's gonna hit the iceberg soon.
Yep. I like how that was good from Kevin Sullivan. That was great.
Well, Kevin Sullivan was a great booker. Let's be honest here. He was for WCW. I know, Casey, you were more a WWF guy watching wrestling back then.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Sullivan, when even with his feud with Benoit, when he booked himself into a divorce, he was still a great booker. I mean, he had a hand in the fucking NWO too. It wasn't just Bischoff.
No, I'm sure Bischoff had like a community, like to figure out good storylines. Oh, we got Devious Dave Rose in the chat.
What's up, Dave?
Hey, Dave.
Jamel says hi to you, Steve. And he also said Glacier killed WCW. I don't think that.
No.
I think Glacier was cool, but it was honestly a ripoff of Sub-Zero.
Well, obviously.
Oh, yeah, obviously it was.
Because if I remember correctly, was it Mortal Kombat Annihilations that came out in '97?
I don't remember. I think
because I remember they were promoting it too. That's what Glacier. They kept saying, "Blood runs cold."
Yeah,
that's what the whole gimmick was.
Oh.
When oh wow.
But no, I don't remember when that came out, and that
it was pretty cool.
I like it. Is it as good as the first one? No.
Oh no! Oh, the movie. I thought you were talking about Glacier's debut. I didn't know we were still talking about Mortal Kombat. I thought we were talking about Glacier. No, I thought him and Wrath when they first joined WCW. I thought that was really cool.
Jamel says that it was Mortal Kombat 3.
Was it? I didn't know there was a Mortal Kombat 3.
Oh, there was.
Was it the video game or the movie? Because I know at the time I think Turner was promoting it.
No, the only ones I know was the first one in Annihilations.
Right.
Like, Annihilation was okay, but we got all elite satire. I love how his picture's Tony Khan.
He feared for his life. Don't forget that.
He feared for his life. But I think the first episode was good.
I like it.
But I would say if you're gonna want to watch Who Killed WCW, episode 1, don't watch the 15-minute video on it, because if you want to watch the episode, you're just gonna watch the first 15 minutes of it again.
Yeah. And it's
So,
only 45 minutes on YouTube.
yeah. So you're watching pretty much a third of the episode right there.
Yeah.
So, but that was
So it's on the docket tonight, Casey.
the other story I was going to talk about is how Vince McMahon is banned from the WWE headquarters. Apparently,
Good.
Really?
yeah,
Good.
Please tell us about this, because I've not heard about this yet.
Oh,
yeah.
I work too
Like-
much. I have no time. I'm always working. So please inform me, Casey.
I'll have to bring it up, but apparently there's a former employee, or maybe an employee,
Yes.
there saying that Vince McMahon's not even allowed into the headquarters.
Now, are we talking about the old one in Stanford or the new one?
the new one?
So what are they doing with the old one? Is Vince gonna keep it for himself because he built it himself? I mean, let's be honest here.
No, that was there before he bought it. But
Really? I thought he
yeah,
built that by hand,
no,
like paid
not
for it to get built.
Oh,
Well, I know not him, but I'm talking about the money. You know what I mean?
No, he purchased that later on. But
Okay.
no, I wouldn't. I think TKO would have owned that. I don't know. That's a good question, but I'm looking at it right now. Banned.
That's funny. Arisen Shu, what he said? He said Tony Khan basically shit his pants when that happened. Oh yeah, best believe he probably did.
oh, he did.
He's going to turn into a hotel, the WWE Hotel, pal. The WWE Hotel. Yeah.
There's this one from SE Scoops. What? I don't want to see that stupid ad. That ad right there blocks the.
Good job,
See-
Casey.
You see this right here? It covers.
So this is what happens when you look up too much porn on your laptop, Casey.
I don't look at porn on my laptop.
I look at it on my phone where all my important
Exactly.
stuff is.
Yeah. See right here. It says Vince McMahon is prohibited from entering WWE's new headquarters, despite being
Okay,
the
so it's a
one.
new head.
Yeah, the one behind the idea. A former employee of the company has claimed. I don't think he wants to go back. He sold all his stocks. I think he had enough.
Good.
Yeah, let him just live his life.
They don't want him back.
No,
You know what's cool though about the new WWE headquarters? From what I've seen, is that big giant belt that's in front.
Yeah,
That is so cool. Like whoever came up with that concept, either if it was Nick Khan, Triple H, or whoever, that was a really good touch for that idea.
look at but they go on about WWE has made efforts to publicly distance themselves from McMahon in the wake of the lawsuit against both parties and John Laurinaitis. McMahon stepped down from WWE for the second time
Yeah.
in January.
Just should have done one time, but
Yeah, in January 2024. Unlike his 2022 exit, does not have the backstage sway to force his return. McMahon has denied all allegations of sexual abuse and trafficking made by Grant. But I was also hearing he's banned from the gym. So it goes on from
Wait, what,
1980
Jim?
the gym that's inside the new headquarters, like
Okay.
the previous headquarters had a gym in there too.
Yeah, I know that was his personal gym, right?
Well, not only his personal gym, I'm sure he let his wrestlers work out in there too.
Okay.
But he says from 1987 until the pandemic, Tom Carlucci worked for the WWE and various roles and worked closely with McMahon. During an episode of the Insider podcast, shared that he remains grateful for what McMahon did for him. And he says that I'll never badmouth Vince. Now he's going on with Vince now. It's a total different story. Now there's three sides to every story in my book. Well, yeah, it's each side does. Everyone's have their side of the story, and then there's the truth that usually is in the middle.
Yeah, because usually you have her side, his side, and then the truth lies in the middle. Exactly. Yeah.
So he's also spoken about the WWE headquarters, which opened last year. He explained McMahon was the brainchild behind the idea, and he can't step foot in the building. Says he can't even walk in the building. He always wanted us under one roof. That was his dream, to have us under one roof. The dream that came, and he's not even a part of it no more. Well, yeah, and there's that belt you're talking about.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
The one complaint I would say is, where's the side plates? Like,
Yeah, that's a good point.
if you're gonna have this part and this little side bars, you need at least the side plates.
Well, what is it made out of? Is it like concrete? Is it like?
I have no idea. I assume it's concrete because I can't get a really good look. It's out of focus on the belt and in focus on Vince.
Probably a concrete.
I would say. So.
Come out, you rapist!
No, Vince is gone. Vince is dead. Good riddance. Vince, hopefully he doesn't survive another year.
Hey, I don't know. I don't wish death on nobody. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest here.
Sorry, I went too far.
No, come on. And it says explains that the gym faculties were designed with McMahon in mind. The gym was created for Vince. He designed the gym with his trainer Mike, who I know really well.
Sure.
I know him, pal.
Can't even go inside that gym anymore. He can't even step foot anywhere.
Yeah, he took my steroids, pal. I had to stick in my ass. Yeah.
And that, for a second, SE Scoops, they came like, do you want to rate this story? It was like, I was going to give it 1. And then shows this video where Vince McMahon faked his death.
For cock internet? Really?
For cock internet. This dude's talking about the fake death of Vince McMahon, but it's funny, the next...
Well, that one.
Was the Benoit incident tragedy, right?
Crazy that happened, but yeah. But I heard Vince didn't even get the chance to work out into that gym. I know.
Oh, well, too bad. So sad. He can go to another gym. Doesn't his mansion have a gym? His own house?
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Like, let's check this out. Let's see. Top stories.
I don't even think he wants to go back anyways. I think he's just, like you said, he's done. He just doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, I don't think he cares no more. Here's an update on Vince McMahon's current status. This is coming from Wrestling World. Let's see. Trying to read what's the new story about this one.
I don't think there's even really new status. Like, status is Vince is done. There we go.
It's the same story.
Status is that he's done.
But yeah, you know what? I don't blame neither the TKO wants him there no more, and I think with Vince sold all his stocks, I think
exiled.
He's been exiled, and they sold all his stock. So I think he.
Oh, I don't blame him. Wait, well, I don't. Well, no one wants to be with it, around him anymore.
And it looks like Vince has bigger problems than that right now. Like he's getting sued, but
the product is better. Frankly, with him leaving, I think the product got a lot better with WWE.
Oh, I agree. But right now, the lawsuit's on hold because there's criminal charges they're thinking.
I know. Oh, speaking of the thing, I think Brock's name is good because they've been mentioning him again.
Who, Vince?
No, they've been mentioning Brock, and apparently he's going to be added back into the video game.
Did he? Huh.
Apparently. I don't know if that's true. That's what I've heard.
Well, I mean...
There's just rumors going around.
Is a horny toady. Oh, yeah. Duh. I mean, gosh. I mean, he has the money. He's almost 80 years old. But, like, gosh. Like, he has so much money that... Oh, we're getting trolled by text now. Man, this sucks. But, yeah... He has so much money, he can get all types of pussy if he really wants. I mean, God, like, dude, look at the chick who's suing him right now. Like, I know I have no shot with that woman, but, like, because he has billions of dollars, that's why.
Well, couldn't you find the next Jewish woman, Casey, since, and hook up. Yeah, there's the next thing the next girl Casey hooks up with. He goes on a date with her. Are you Jewish? No, you're not my type. Sorry.
Oh,
you don't have enough money.
Oh, yeah, I did, but I mean,
Vince was spotted hanging out with Pete.
Oh my God,
guys are great. Like, let's see what else people say in the chat. I have to
see. That's what's great. The chat is a part of this show. That's why it's so funny. A lot of this shit.
Oh, it's funny. Russian Sure says I'm banned. I know he meant Red Lobster, but did you hear Red Lobster is actually going bankrupt?
Yeah, they're going under. The one by me is already closed.
Oh, really?
I saw Red Lobster.
Yeah, they're completely gone. Yeah.
I think the one that is here is still open, but like I was hearing that people would abuse their shrimp, eat all you can eat shrimp. Like there's one person on, like, I guess on Twitch or on YouTube or one of those things like TikTok says, I'm planning to eat like over 60 shrimps.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, shrimps are little. I mean, they're tiny. I mean, let's be honest here. See, it's possible. But I like lobster with the butter garlic sauce you dip in there. That's delicious.
So to Red Lobster.
I hadn't either, honestly, because I always heard they're just super expensive, and that
it is expensive.
It is expensive.
That's why I only went there twice.
Yeah.
But both times,
if Casey was gonna like eat somewhere and be banned from it, probably like Golden Corral. That's all you can eat, right?
No, man. No, Casey's banned from McDonald's.
I only been to.
He gets banned from McDonald's. Oh my God! He goes up in there and says he wants food. They say, "Sir, you've had enough. Go away." He's like, "Fuck you guys." He's like,
oh my God. Text says, once I'm rich. Oh no, Duke has got water now.
Once I'm rich, I'm already gonna have to work hard to have my sex scandal to be better than Vince or Bill Cosby. What about O.J. Simpson?
Oh God.
Oh, well, he's dead now, so.
Yeah, but he killed a white bitch and got away with it.
I know.
Killed a white bitch and got away with it.
He's dead, right? And I know that's horrible. He just dies, and he just like that's it. He even ran away. He died. He even got away from life. Like that son of a bitch.
What's sad is that when Dukas gets water, sometimes he'll get so much it goes in his snout, and he'll kind of like start gagging because I guess it's just too much water in his.
God, that's horrible.
Well, it's because
Aru said, no, what Aru said. He said, LOL, I heard Casey was banned from Wendy's, Arby's, Burger King, McDonald's, and Subway. Now, you can't say Subway. Let's be honest here. That's a little too healthy for Casey. Come on.
Yeah, Subway.
Maybe like Popeye's chicken or like Hardee's or, Carl's Jr. You have those around there, Casey?
What?
Or do you have Carl's Jr. or Hardee's or Whataburger? Because I don't have any of those by me.
Really?
Yeah, up in here in Michigan, we don't have those. We used to have Hardee's, so we don't anymore.
Well, I know we have. I mean, maybe not Hardee's, but got Carl's Jr. That's pretty much the same thing. And
rallies. I mean, we have rallies.
No, I'm not sure about that. Maybe. But no, we got Whataburger. There's even one down the street.
You guys have Mr. Beast Burger?
No. I
won't try it. I heard it was bad.
I haven't tried it yet, but apparently there's one in where I am. I haven't tried it, but I looked it up and there was one. I was like, okay.
They sell in the bowling alleys.
Really?
Yeah, go to your local bowling alley and see if they have a Mr. Beast's burger. They have them. I haven't had it, but I've heard that they're not that good.
No, I heard they're really bad, and to the point, Mr. Beast is actually suing the people who's doing their restaurant.
Because I think it's a pop-up. If I'm correct.
Yeah, that's what he says is a pop-up where, I guess they have people on the outside cooking or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, it's a bad burger. But I never ate it, but I have several Whataburgers around here, and I don't go Whataburgers that often. But need to.
I don't know if I'm ever that way. If I'm either in like Texas or somewhere out west or Southwest, I gotta go and try Whataburger. I've never had it. I mean, Tex says it's king, so I mean, I take Tex's word. I mean, come on.
Well, I hear that it's good too. If I'm gonna get a fast food burger, I think the best one is Burger King. Even just a plain
the Whopper, hand down. Or the bacon. No. Isn't the Baconator? No, that's not. No, Bacon King. The Bacon King is awesome.
I got the Burger King song stuck in my head.
Well, even the just the plain cheeseburger is good too.
Oh, they have good bacon. I like the bacon, whatever it's called.
Three fat asses on here talking about fucking burgers.
Burger King later now. While you go on the DoorDash and order.
Right.
I had to stop myself because I would order DoorDash all the time. So
Casey would never leave his house.
We got Tex on the call.
What's up, Tex?
Hey, Tex.
I come preaching the good tidings of what the greatness of Whataburger is.
Here he is, the king of Whataburger.
Well, hand to God, I'm wearing a Whataburger shirt right now, and I'm willing to show it on camera if you don't believe me.
Show it.
Yes. Okay. Call my fucking bluff, asshole.
No, I'm not. Is that their employee shirt?
That's what it looks like.
No,
that's what it looks like.
You know those fishing shirts that I wear? That's that polyester material that's got like the vintage stuff. Magellan, it's a Texas company down here that they make the fishing shirts, and every year they team up with a different Texas brand and make specialty shirts for them. Like that's how I got my Shinerbach beer shirts. I've got my Whataburgers. I don't know what they're going to do this year, but they should be out later this year. But no, Whataburger is king down here. Whataburger and Dairy Queen. They rule the roost.
Oh, I love Dairy Queen. Love Dairy Queen.
Well, a little backstory of Dairy Queen. Just for the like back in the day in the advertising campaigns, there were two campaigns for Dairy Queen. There was one for the rest of the United States, and then there was one just for Texas. But there was a special meal down here we had called the Belt Buster. It was its own thing, like a Texas thing. It's a Belt Buster. Because Dairy Queen's a Texas brand, and it was so big.
Really?
Like Dairy Queen and Whataburger hold supremacy there, like McDonald's and Burger King and all that other filth could ride. I mean, I don't even use a bathroom. I won't even stop there. But if you want, like, I'm telling you right now, if you ever get to a state, Whataburger is in Texas, Oklahoma. There's a couple places within I think.
Is there one in Georgia?
I don't know about Georgia. They've started to branch out into the southeast. I don't know how many there are. I know there's none in Florida because I looked 2 years ago. But when you go to Whataburger, here's the meal you need to get. Get you a number 2, which is a double meat burger.
Okay.
Get 2 slices of cheese, bacon, grilled jalapenos, grilled onions.
Okay.
Grilled onions.
Sounds
Don't get mustard.
So
get the creamy pepper sauce. It's like a.
Okay. I hate mustard anyways. I think it tastes like shit.
It's kind of like a Chipotle ranch kind of sauce. It's delicious.
I like Chipotle ranch. All right.
It's very, very good.
Definitely.
Get the onion rings and make sure you get the spicy ketchup on the side. It's their own brand of ketchup mixed with like a. It's a ketchup mixed with like a Tabasco sauce. It's delicious.
Right.
So,
I got to ask you this because I love onion rings. Sure. Now, when you come to, because certain people have their love for a certain kind of onion rings. Now, what would you rate their onion rings?
On average, because I mean, obviously, this is a fast food place, so you might get a bad order.
Is it? I did not know. I thought it was a sit down.
Yeah. Whataburger's it's technically a fast food place, but it's going to take you 20 minutes to get your order because there's always a line.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter if you go inside, if you order ahead, you're going to wait 20 minutes. Just plan ahead. The onion rings, I would say I'd give it like a 7. Like they're not like, oh my god, these are the best things I've ever had in my life. Average onion ring. What their strength is are the burgers itself, and like they have like these biscuits. It's a honey. It's like a honey biscuit with like a chicken strip in it, and it's like really freaking good. It's a breakfast item. They've got all kinds of stuff there, but yeah, if you ever get to a state where there's a Whataburger, stop immediately. Like, do yourself a favor.
Dude, yeah. No, there's so many things I need to eventually, like Buc-ee's.
But the main
I want to try Buc-ee's.
You do not pass a Buc-ee's. I don't care if you don't need anything, and if your tank is full, you go in Buc-ee's, damn it. That is
of course.
A hard rule.
That's like one of my dream gas stations to go to is Buc-ee's.
Oh, yeah, dude. They're the size of a Walmart. It's nuts.
Oh, but, dude, they're better than a Walmart from what I hear.
Oh, I know. Believe me, I've been to every one I've ever seen. But when you're at Whataburger, they're a Texas-based company as well. They started in like 89, 88.
Oh,
and then they've been here ever since.
So when you're at
Whataburger, seasonal, if you can get the Dr. Pepper shake, it's like a vanilla shake, but it tastes like Dr. Pepper.
Now you got me talking. I love Dr. Pepper. Come on,
dude. I'm telling you right now, if you put it on top of your head, your tongue will beat your brains out getting to it.
No shit.
It is incredible.
Wow, you guys are just making me hungry.
It's seasonal. I mean, it's not all the time because thank God it's not all the time because I'd be diabetic and fatter than a horse if they were because I'd have 3 of them every day. But yeah, I cannot. I cannot tell you the virtues of what Whataburger has to offer. Like even the blessings that I have bestowed upon their name don't do any justice. It's amazing.
Well,
There's a comment in the chat for you, Tex. They said he's a manager at Whataburger.
yeah.
I am not. No, I have never worked. Now I've supported enough Whataburgers that I probably could own one by now, if I'm being honest. But no, I do not work for a whatever. And Jamel McGee, yes, the patty melt at Whataburger is freaking incredible. Like, oh my god! Like the key to the patty melt, you got to get to it early because once that Texas toast goes soggy, it loses about half of its potency. So that's the key to the patty melt. So keep that in mind.
Well,
but yeah.
Tex, you said you try to look for some in Florida. There's several in Florida, but
Yeah, there's several in the Panhandle and then over by Jacksonville.
Yeah, there's several.
Well, where I went to Daytona and Orlando. There was none there that I saw. So there may be some now, but 2 years ago there was not. So,
well, there's none around Orlando or Tampa, or Daytona.
Yeah.
But
no, I don't eat just any fast food. Like if I'm desperate, I'll do a Taco Bell. That's if if I just want to eat like a fat boy and not care, I'm going to Taco Bell. Like,
what about A&W for you boys?
We have those down here, but they're not very accessible. They're few and far between.
I love A&W.
We had a couple.
We got a shit ton of them up here.
We had a couple down here, but ever since Long John Silver's went under, a lot of them went away. But what the hell is a Kissimmee in Florida? It says
that's
Kissimmee.
A part of Disney and all that. We're in Tampa.
Hang on a minute. All Elite Satire says, do any of you have a Bojangles that have a buffet? No, but I've been to the Bojangles in where I was over in the Southeast. I forget where I was because I'm a big NASCAR guy, and Bojangles is an Earnhardt Jr. sponsor, and I had to eat Bojangles while I was there. It was delicious.
Look how many are in Oklahoma. We got they're everywhere, dude.
Really, we don't have no Bojangles down here, unfortunately. But
I gotta try it, Bojangles.
I'm talking about Whataburger.
They're good. Oh, Whataburger, yeah. No, Whataburger's all over Texas and Oklahoma. Yeah.
Let's check out Texas. How many Texas got? Oh my God. They got 700.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Whataburger is recognized as the official fast food restaurant of the state of Texas. When you walk to the front door, the Texas state seal is on the front door, like a sticker of it. It is officially recognized by the state itself. That's it's an institution down here. So
look at this. It almost covers the whole state except right here.
Yeah, dude,
to the Panhandle.
Dude, from where I'm sitting at my house, I'm within 10 minutes of 3, and I'm in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, it's. Now I will say, Whataburger's not the cheapest meal, but it's worth it. I will say that. For my meal, I get the number 2 with everything I told you, and it comes out to about $15 to $16, depending if I do anything extra. But it's worth it.
I was going to say we got Rayshon in the chat, but Gmail says Fuddruckers.
What's up, Rayshon?
Fuddruckers
is good.
Yeah,
have y'all ever been to a Fuddruckers?
Yeah, when they first opened down here, but I think they at least closed down the one we had.
Mine. There was only one around me, and it closed down and became a wing place, which I'm really pissed off about because I had
What's
my picture on the wall. Fuddruckers is a hamburger place where you walk in and you basically design your own burger. Like you say, okay, I want the 3/4 pound patty, cheese, bacon, blah 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 blah, whatever. And they have all kinds of weird specials,
right?
Yeah, but their gimmick was like they had a 1 pound burger, and if you ate the entire 1 pound burger and the fries, you got your meal for free, picture on the wall, and a T-shirt. I did that twice.
That sounds delicious.
On the wall.
I could do that.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. No, it was. I did it twice. I had my smiling face on their wall. Maybe that's what led it to close. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I had an effect on the business. I'm not sure.
I still haven't tried Texas Roadhouse yet. I still have not tried it.
Texas Roadhouse.
Like
it's a generic. It's a generic chain restaurant. There's nothing really Texas about it. It's just a gimmicky kind of name. You know what I mean? I mean, it's good. If you want to go to a chain restaurant, it's not bad. You could do worse. But, it's cool.
Well, it seems like people have these outrageous challenges. Like, obviously, there's people on YouTube does it, but it's like there's a burger.
Let's see, where is it? Oh, go if you're ever in Amarillo, Texas, up in the Panhandle. Go to the Big Texan Steakhouse. They have a 72-ounce steak plus a baked potato and a couple other sides. And if you can eat it all, they do the same. Like it's a world famous challenge. It's basically the size of a roast is how big this piece of meat is. It is huge. And I've tried it. I got about 3/4 of the way through it, and I thought I was going to die. I'm like, okay, I need to quit before I have a coronary here at the restaurant. But it's it's one of those places that's kind of world famous kind of thing or whatever. But, if you're ever in Amarillo, go to the Big Texan. It's good. Rallies or Checkers?
I've had Rallies and Checkers.
I had them near me, but I've never been to one. I've never ate there.
The Big Buford is really good.
I'm like Tex. I've seen them, but I never went in them.
Yeah.
The Big Buford is pretty much like 2 patties, and then you have like a shit ton of fucking bacon and then cheese. It's like a heart attack on a plate.
Hell yeah. Sounds great. Sign me up for 2.
I gotta find the one that there's this guy doing these challenges, and there's one burger, and they use full size.
You know who you're talking about? He's got a beard, right? Are you talking about that dude that does the challenge?
Oh,
he's like from overseas.
You're talking about that? Yeah, he's like a British guy. I watch.
Yeah. My girl watches him. Yeah.
I'm not sure, but it's a guy who he was doing this burger that has 2 full size pizzas as bread, and then you have obviously the ground beef.
Casey, I don't know if I should tell you this or not because I know you're going to get real excited. And now I don't know when this is coming out, but I was listening to the radio the other day. Apparently, McDonald's is teaming up with Krispy Kreme donuts.
Oh my god!
And there's going to be some kind of burger that involves Krispy Kreme donuts. Yes. So I don't know when it's coming down the pike. I just heard them talking about it. They said that something will be coming, so expect a gigantic rise in cholesterol-related death whenever this happens. So,
oh gosh, trying to remember who's brought up Krispy Kreme. Oh, you brought up Krispy Kreme. My bad.
Yeah, I just said it, retard.
I'm sorry. I was yawning and I was thinking of something that when
it's 9:48. You don't have time. You don't have the right to be sweepy yet. I don't want to hear you.
Oh my god!
I get sweepy.
Speaking of Krispy Kreme, we're actually getting one opening on the 18th here in where I am in Canada. We're finally getting one opened here.
Well, no.
How good is Tim Hortons? I've always heard it's like the best in Canada. Is that true?
For coffee, yeah.
Oh wow.
On what? I don't drink coffee, so I guess I wouldn't go.
It's all right.
But
Go there too much.
I know from when Krispy Kreme's opened down here, it was such a big deal. Like if you wanted to get a Krispy Kreme, it was like damn near impossible.
Oh, there was a line.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a line. Yeah, it was. I can remember when the first one near me, or let's see, the first time I saw a Krispy Kreme, we were in San Antonio, and like people were like standing in line watching the donut machine like spit the donuts out, and the glaze come on it.
Mm-hmm.
People were buying like 6 dozen donuts at a time. I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's a donut. What's that big of a deal? Whatever. But it took forever and ever.
Their glazed donuts are great. I'm not gonna hand.
Oh no, it's a good. Their glazed donut is best because it's not like a thick, cakey donut. It's very light, and that's what I like in a donut. I don't want to feel like I'm biting into a muffin or like a biscuit. I want a light donut.
But any other donut, I'm not a fan of theirs, except just their glazed donut. But if anything, I like.
The only time I eat donuts is when I don't go very often, but when I do go to church because they give them out free on Sunday mornings, like as many as you want. So I just tend to fill up like a fat boy while I'm there. But it is what it is.
But I know, like you said, there was a line, and if you go inside, it was cool. Like you said, you could see the donut making machine going.
Oh, it's awesome, yeah.
And
it's a lot of fun.
Not only that, you're standing in line, and there'll be some guy going around, and they gave us a free donut while waiting in line. It's like,
now, do y'all have any Raising Cane's chicken place?
Yeah.
No, I want to try
Raising Cane's. Raising Cane's is good. Raising Cane's started in Louisiana, but it came to Texas, and then it's been here since like the 90s, I want to say.
Oh wow!
And then it kind of branched out everywhere else. It's they've got pretty good chicken as well. I like Raising Cane's.
Well, I know there's one state, like a city, that a lot of people will test, like it's a test market. I don't know where it is, but it's the same location where the guy who did, Super Size Me, he did when he did this.
That guy was a liar, by the way.
What?
He was nothing but a fraud. He was nothing but a fraud. Yeah.
Well, you don't have to worry too much. He's dead. So.
Oh, I know. That's why I know that he died recently, and people were bringing up how he was a fraud. I don't remember exactly what it was, but yeah, he lied about that whole eating challenge thing. Like he didn't exactly tell the truth. So.
Wow.
Well, I mean, it kind of needed to be done, though. Like, I mean, even though at the time I cursed his name for.
Does it okay? Do we need somebody to do a movie about what happens if you eat fast food every day? Can't we just look at our neighbors?
Yeah, but I mean.
So I mean, serious question.
Look at us.
I'm not fat, but I'm not anywhere near in the shape that I should be. I mean, it's one of those things. But it is what it is.
I mean, it did kill off the supersize, and you I like getting the supersized fries and the size Coke. So
you can still get supersized stuff.
Not at McDonald's.
You probably have to buy 2 of the same stuff to get them, or a large and medium.
Isn't that not what a large fry and a large drink is?
No, McDonald's, when they had the supersize, it was bigger than the large.
Yeah.
It was like 2 of the large.
I don't know.
It was like
I don't buy McDonald's. I don't know. I don't think they got rid of large drinks, so I don't know.
No, they still have large, but
yeah.
supersize been gone for
Dude, that was like really a
20
hot
years.
thing in the 90s.
Yeah, it's got.
Oh yeah, Supers has it for $1. That's what it, or 99 cents, whatever. It's what it always was. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's been close to almost 20 years since they got rid of the.
I'll tell you what I miss, and they got rid of this about 18 years ago because that was whenever I had my first kid. The Arby's 5 for $5. Did y'all ever get that?
They brought that back.
Oh, when?
Up here, they have it. Yeah.
They said they don't
It's
down
like
here.
Wendy's has the
I was in
piggy
one
back.
recently. They didn't have it. Like
Wendy's brought back the piggy back too.
Well, no. What I'm talking about was that they had like full size Arby's beef and cheddars,
Yes,
cheese sticks, all kinds of stuff. You can get 5 of them for $5. They got rid of those like 18 years ago down here. That's crazy.
Well, see, that's the thing is a lot of places in the U.S. like there's certain things that are limited to certain areas. Like you guys got Raising Cane's, you got fucking Bojangles.
It's regional.
Shit that I would love to try. Yeah,
I should look
because
up.
we used to go get. We'd get 5 of the beef and cheddars and 5 of the mozzarella sticks, and then we'd head into the bar or whatever, and we would just be pounding those things, prior to go, getting loaded. So it was great.
Yeah.
Huh. I was trying to look up where's the nearest White Castle to me.
We still have those.
Oh
yeah. I mean,
I quit. I'm not sure what kind of meat White Castle's serving. That don't look like cow to me.
No,
I'm not sure. That might be horse meat. I don't know. I'm not saying I wouldn't eat it. If it was good, I would. I have no issue with that. But you're cooking your meat in a vat of onions and juice. It's like they put when they're cooking them, they put the bun down on top of raw meat and then let it cook all the way through. It's crazy how they do it. It's weird.
I'm trying to find one right now. But I'm not gonna want to dox myself.
Why would you dox yourself?
Casey lives in Kansas. Okay, just say it, Casey. Kansas, just get it out of the way. All right, fine. He's out with it. There, we can move on. Jesus.
He lives in 2 areas. He lives in Pennsylvania and Oklahoma. He travels back and forth.
Casey's ass is so fat, it's got its own zip code. What are you talking about? He's his own.
It stretches the Midwest.
I got one.
Casey has the most patriotic ass in the world because it goes from sea to shining sea. What are you talking about?
Oh, we got Super Gaming. Welcome.
What's up, Super Gaming?
What's up?
Jamel McGee. I like that name. It's kind of fun to say. Jamel McGee. Kind of sounds like a race car driver name or something. I don't know. I like it. I dig it.
See, here's the one thing. I know there's
What's Crystals? Never heard of it.
Crystals is it's just like he says there. It's like basically a White Castle. It's very similar.
Oh, okay.
It's like slider burgers on biscuits instead of buns. So.
Oh, okay.
I can go to my nearest White Castle. It'll take me. It'll take me. I mean, the drive will be over 500 miles to close to 600 miles to.
Wow.
I guess right here says Blaine, Minnesota.
Wow. Have you guys tried Culver's yet?
No, I don't think so.
I haven't either. There's one right by me, and I haven't tried them yet.
I think that's BS.
I've heard of Culver's, but I don't reckon I've ever been to one.
See, I think that's BS what they said because there's a bunch of these right here, between Missouri.
Yeah, there's some in Michigan too, and there's none popping up there.
Yeah, and I know there's
Now,
like I said, I know there's one in Pennsylvania. Because I know there's one in Whitehall, Pennsylvania.
how I've been north of the Red River, which on the Texas-Oklahoma border, a few times in my life. I have found very little good Mexican food up north. That's gonna suck for y'all.
We have taco trucks, and then we have Taco Bell, and we have Del Taco.
Roach coaches are fine if you're hammered. That doesn't count as good Mexican.
I don't know. Like, we have Taco Fests up here that literally, like, there's food trucks, and then there's, like, authentic, quote-unquote, authentic Mexican. I don't know.
Well, if you ask any Texan of good standing, there's no good Mexican food stops at the Red River. Like, anything above that, you get these Midwesterners that call them tacos, and they don't even know what they are. Like, they don't even, they're y'all just don't know how to do good Mexican food up north.
Well, I mean, there is in Southwest Detroit, because we call it Mexican Town. It's nothing but wetbacks. Literally, they do make some really good tacos there.
Well, I know
those are straight like Mexicans that hopped the border and fled. Like, they don't speak no English.
No green card kind of Mexicans.
Yeah, we have
plenty of those down here. I know exactly what those are.
Yeah.
Well, I think we have a bunch of good Mexican food restaurants up here. It's just, I do agree, the further north is when the
further north you go, the worse it gets.
Yes, I
agree. From my experience. That's the further you get, it now if you want like a good like steak and potato meal, the Midwest has got you covered. But if you want something,
steakhouses.
If you want something more, like I love living down here because I love barbecue, I love Cajun food, and I love Mexican food. And where I'm at, I'm in the middle of all of it. So I have such a wide variety I can get amazing Texas barbecue, which is a superior barbecue to any other place in the country, and I will fight anybody who disagrees. You're wrong automatically.
Hey, I'm not going to say anything. If I haven't tried it yet, I'm not going to say anything.
Oh, dude. Like, the brisket is, dude.
Don't you make a hell of a brisket? That's what I thought you said.
Dude, my brisket, I smoke my brisket 10 to 15 hours, depending how big it is. I make briskets so good, I don't even have to cut it. I can just tear it apart with my fingers by the time I'm done. It is.
What's the biggest one you've made?
Oh, about 18 pounds. And that was because we were having a bigger holiday. But, I won't spill all my, brisket secrets because that's something you only tell your children and you take to the grave with you. But the trick is, there's a few tricks, but I'd put my brisket up against just about anybody's. I'll say that. So,
well, I know
that's good.
Like, as for pizza, the further you go, especially the northeast, is the best place to. Pizza. But like, I learned
once again, Jamel McGee, Taco Bell in Texas tastes terrible. They should close all it. Taco Bell is only suitable if drunk, you have $10 in your pocket and you have to eat for 3 days, or just ran out of options. That's the only way Taco Bell is acceptable.
Dude, Tex, do you got Taco Bueno down there?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
See, I went to go get some a couple bean burritos, and actually, I think
was that the live stream?
Yeah, that was the live stream.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, the live stream. Yeah, I remember.
I went to the Taco Bueno.
$16, Casey. That was ridiculous.
I got
that's stupid.
Dude, I got 2 bean burritos, 2 beef burritos, and a drink, I believe. And that's what it came out.
You should just went to Taco Bell. You could have got that for like maybe $9.
Well, yeah, but I like their burritos a lot better at Bueno. But
I don't like Taco Bueno. I mean, I don't like it's not flavorful enough for me. It's very bland. It's very like I mean, I dump hot sauce on everything that I eat. I mean, if you can't tell, I love spicy food, but
No, since
you
we're
know,
talking,
I have to put
oh no, go ahead, Dex. I'm sorry.
I have to put so much hot sauce on a Taco Bueno meal. I might as well just go somewhere else because I'm just eating hot sauce. But
well, to me, I like their burritos than Bell, but because I don't like Taco Bell's burritos because they just don't taste.
do y'all have Fast Taco up there in Oklahoma?
Which one?
Fast Taco, FASTACO, Fast Taco, all one word.
Not that I know of.
Never.
If you ever find a Fast Taco, go there and get their beefy nachos, get extra cheese. They're incredible. They are.
Have you tried Casa Bonita yet? That's over in Colorado. That's closer to you guys.
We had Casa Bonita.
No.
There's only one it's in Colorado. They're like the authentic one.
Well, we had one down here, but that shut down after a while. And then it became a bar. But oh, dude, we got old school gamer in the chat. He says he's trying the BK Philly cheese melt right now. I tried the
BK Philly cheese.
Yeah.
Burger. He means Burger King, right?
Yeah.
BK Burger King.
Yeah. I like their.
I'm not crazy about a Philly cheese steak. I'm not crazy about it.
I like Philly cheesesteaks. They're good.
They're pretty good.
I'm kind of biased against the Philly cheesesteak because I hate it. Everything besides It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I hate everything Philadelphia as a Dallas Cowboys fan. So I may be biased, but
here's a question for all of us. What's our favorite Dorito brand or kind of Doritos?
Favorite Dorito?
I say Cool Ranch.
Cool Ranch.
Or the spicy nachos.
No, the spicy lemon. It's a LIMON, like lime, whatever. It tastes like a nacho cheese, but it's got that lime flavor kick to it and the extra heat. That's the spicy lemon that I always go with.
I like Cool Ranch, but actually I'm trying a different one. It's really good. Like I have a big bag of it right now, but I usually don't eat Doritos as much but if anything, it's Cool Ranch or Nacho.
There's a new kind that just came out.
Have y'all ever had? Y'all have had Funyuns, right? Just the regular Funyuns.
Oh yeah, of course. Who hasn't had Funyuns?
Have you tried the Red Hot Funyuns?
No.
Oh, dude, you're missing out, man. You got to get you a bag of them. It's the same flaming hot that they put on Cheetos. No, these are Funyuns with the flaming hot that they put on the Cheetos. It's just on a Funyun instead.
No.
It's pretty good.
Jamel,
taco flavor. Those are. I see a lot of WalMarts that have those. You might check
Walmart. Kroger has them. I don't know if you guys have Kroger's. I think Jamel's from Tennessee because he's been talking a lot about Tennessee. I mean, I don't know if they. I know Kroger's might sell it.
I would guess because he said his Superior Barbecue, which he's wrong, but he said Memphis Barbecue. But I'll let that one slide.
He says he smokes his brisket in a brick smoker for 15 hours. With his special sauce.
I don't use a brick smoker. I have one made out of steel that I built myself, but everybody has their own methods. So it all works.
I don't know if I ever come down to Texas. I gotta come to your house, Texas, and try some of your food.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna gain 15 pounds and leave you with about.
Am I gonna look like Casey?
It's gonna be great. So
come back up to Michigan. I'm fucking like 250 or some shit. I weigh like 225 right now, so it's like fuck.
If you do come down here, I'll drive you by where Uncle Ted lives. I know exactly where his place is. And we'll see if we can't stop in for a visit.
Go shoot some guns.
Do you yell at Adam trying to say, "I love you, Dad"?
Huh? Hey, I'm willing to work for my keep. I can cut grass or trim hedges or whatever he needs. I'm willing to work from the I ain't asking for a handout here. I just want to hang out with Uncle Ted for a while and talk about freedom and kill a bunch of crap. So.
Yeah, I mean, he's like a god up here in Michigan. I mean, let's be honest here.
Well,
because he's from Michigan, that's his line.
He has land in northern Michigan. He owns like half of northern Michigan. Like most of that is
like up in Gaylord. Up in Gaylord and fucking that's Fred Bear country. Well, I'm trying to figure out another spot because I think it's like I want to say Traverse City, but I don't want to say it is Traverse City. Maybe
I don't know exactly what city he's in, but because he was on InfoWars the other day with Alex Jones.
Really?
And he was talking like, "Oh, dude, he's on there all the time." Like, "Oh yeah."
I did not know that.
They were talking about how much like he owns. Like most of the northern peninsula of Michigan belongs to Ted Nugent. But yeah,
I'm gonna look that up real quick.
Jamel, I'm over in the Dallas in like the northeast area of Texas. So I'm like an hour and a half from Louisiana and or Oklahoma. So I'm over on the east side of Texas. So
we got Butterfly in the chat. Welcome.
What's up, Butterfly?
I'm in the home of your sitting world champion Texas Rangers is where I'm from. So go Rangers, and your 5-time Super Bowl champion Dallas Cowboys. So suck on that.
So he has it's called Sunrise Acres, which is 340 acres of big game habitat rich with wildlife and the spirit of the wild.
Yeah, recently Ted Nugent, he was working. There's a conservative, I can't say this word. A conservational organization that is they deal with like hunting and animals and stuff, and they're basically the government. The wildlife and game, whatever that organization is called, there's a guy that lives down here in Texas and he raises deer that he turns loose into the wild. And he raises deer that are better than the ones that you find in the wild. And the government came in and killed like 240 something of his deer recently. And Ted Nugent has been busy handling all that here lately.
Dude, he's been up here fucking trying to fight these fucking bullshit gun laws up here in Michigan that fucking this communist fucking big bitch is fucking trying to fuck with.
He's in his 70s and he looks like he's maybe 50. Like it is incredible.
Dude, up at where I work, fucking I'll tell you off air, but no, there's a guy that comes in, looks just like Uncle Ted. I actually said it to him and he's like, "Don't compare me to him." And I was like, "Oh, he must be a Democrat."
Uncle Ted, Ted Nugent is he's one of the good ones. I'll tell you that much. He gets a lot of crap talked about him. That's how you know he's one of the good ones. Anybody who gets persecuted with lies that much, they're doing something right. So.
Yeah, and Kid Rock's is trying to be a wannabe Uncle Ted now.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well,
it's true.
Hey, know what? In the political world that we live in, I'll take anybody of that level that we can get. I don't care.
Right? No, I
if
agree.
They're pretend or not. we're in the political fight for not just our freedom, but our birthright of being took away.
I get that. It's just weird because you see Kid Rock coming from like this rap hip hop, and then he tries to go into rock, then he goes into country. It's like, dude, make up your fucking mind. Oh, you're looking up a Raider belt.
I have no problem with that. I'm not a rap guy. I mean, obviously, but
obviously,
I am all for artistic freedom. I mean, look at Post Malone. Have you seen the country music he's been putting out here lately? He's good. Post Malone's doing more country music than the pretend country music artists these days. You know, I have no issue with.
Let me ask you, what's your stance on that Beyonce chick fucking country?
I haven't even. I don't
like it. It's god awful. Don't listen.
I have no urge. I heard somebody talking about it, and I thought they were making it up. But no.
Like the first couple minutes, I turned it off.
When I say Post Malone's doing country music, like he's doing like '90s country music, like
really
Joe Diffie. Oh yeah, like he's doing real country Brooks? Music stuff, like '90s style country music. Yeah, like he was at was at Coachella, I think it's called, and he did a straight up country concert with like Brad Paisley and a few other. Whatever, but he still has all the piercings and the the bling and the whatever. But Post Malone's from Dallas. He's from down here. He's got country roots.
Right.
So I mean, you know what? He's one of ours down here. So I'm gonna support the guy. So
I agree. Just like. You know how I'm a Georgia transplant. I mean, that's why, like, when I go to, like, country music, like, I know a lot of people say, oh, bro, country isn't real country, but, like, I like Brantley Gilbert. I think he's a really good country singer.
Brantley Gilbert is the one that I like out of that stuff. The rest of it,
dude, he's my favorite.
Have you heard these Georgia boys, JAWGA boys? It's garbage.
No, I haven't.
It's white boys trying to be black. Is all it is.
So they're wiggers.
Yeah, like if you look at them, they're wearing camouflage and Georgia Bulldog gear, but they're doing country.
Everybody's trying to be Georgia here or there nowadays.
But I mean, they're from Georgia, but it's just sense. Whatever. They're whatever. But I mean, I'm a fan of Brantley Gilbert. I've liked him. I saw him whenever he first started, and he's
he looks different now. He looks way different from like when he did Kicking in the Sticks when he was really skinny.
Oh yeah.
Now he's like jacked and shit. It's like, wow, you know.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, he does a lot of stuff with Nickelback, and I know a lot of people crap on Nickelback. I've always been a fan of them.
I did not know that he works with Nickelback.
Oh yeah, they did a tour together, and you just go on YouTube and put in Brantley Gilbert Nickelback. They've done a lot of pretty good stuff together. And then Hardy.
Yeah,
Hardy's the guy that's saying
Hardy's good. I like him now.
Hardy's a good one. I like him. But besides that, I don't listen to really. Yeah. She's. I'd rather look at her than listen to her, but I'm good either way.
I mean, she's hot. I mean, yeah. No, I agree.
No. And Tex.
Subpar athletes. Hey, I know it's popular to hate on Nickelback, and guess what? I still like them, so you know what? It's all I'm a fan. It's all good. You like who you like. It's all good.
A lot of people shit on me for liking fucking Limp Bizkit and ICP. Yeah. So I mean, let's be honest here.
I like Nickelback.
Yeah, I'm not big on Limp Bizkit. I know a few of their songs.
Bands.
Like, huh?
The two bands that are the hated the most are Limp Bizkit and ICP. Like, that's why they have those titles.
I think if you gun to my head, how many Limp Bizkit songs do I know? I would say Rollin', because I think everybody knows Rollin'.
And Nookie. I mean, Nookie was huge in the 90s.
Nookie,
and break stuff.
Yeah, Nookie was huge. And then I don't know the words to this song, but he sings about break stuff.
Yeah,
That's
it's
all I
called
know.
Break Stuff. The song's called Break Stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Besides that, I don't need anymore. To me, Limp Bizkit was like a lesser version of Kid Rock back in the day.
No. Come on. I mean, Double Without a Cause was good, but that Limp Bizkit Significant Other album, hands down, like the sound of the 90s. Let's be honest here.
I know Kid Rock is not. Well, Kid Rock is. You can't really put him in a bubble. I know he was a rich kid from somewhere that whatever. It doesn't.
Yeah, from Romeo,
to me,
Michigan.
That doesn't matter.
He was in Macomb
That means
County.
nothing to me. I'm not listening to him going, well, he had too much money growing up, so I can't like this guy.
Bobby was fucking rich boy. His daddy owned a dealership.
But, I mean, he has good music. And the little bit of rap that I do like, he is involved with. Like, somehow, because the way he mixes the country and the rock with the rap, it's tolerable.
Right.
So,
Dude,
I can do it.
All the really good music, if you think about it, comes from Motown. I mean, think about it. The Temptations.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking, you got Uncle Ted. You got fucking Kid Rock. You got fucking Aretha Franklin. You got fucking ICP. I know you're gonna shit on them. Fucking, I mean, dude, a lot of good music comes from Detroit. Eminem. I mean, he blows up.
I don't crap on ICP fans. I don't.
I am one. You know that.
I'm not one. Like, to me, it's not a. I've seen the stuff. I've seen the people, and to me, it's a culture that I don't belong to. Doesn't mean it's bad.
Right.
It's just not for me. It's not my tribe. So whatever. I mean, I don't get it. I don't know. I mean, you'd think I would with my tendencies for liking horror and everything that I do, but
I mean, a lot of the shit you like is kind of Juggalo-ish. I mean, the horror movies.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what's so weird.
Fucked up shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Shit,
so we're I have so many things similar with the Juggalo fans. But I'm just not one. To me, it's not a. I don't know. I don't get into it. It's not for me.
It's weird, yeah.
I'm more in the Rob Zombie camp than I am ICP. I'm one of the Rob Zombie fan group. Like, if you had to classify me, so.
Oh yeah, dude, I love Rob Zombie. Dude, I've seen him a few times at Ozfest. Hell, he's coming up here at fucking August. So is Five Finger Death Punch, and fucking Hank Williams Jr. is coming up here soon.
I love Five Finger Death Punch. They are freaking awesome.
Yeah, they're coming up here. Alice Cooper
I saw them
and
live
Rob Zombie
years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm looking at a Rob Zombie action figure on my entertainment center right now, actually. But I never got into the Juggalo stuff. I've heard so many. I've heard enough ICP to know that I don't like it, and I think it's because it's more
hip hop
based.
Rednecks. It's actually not. It's horrorcore. I mean, I can understand why you don't like them, because they talk a lot about killing rednecks and shit like that. Like, I get that.
See, I didn't even realize that.
That's what chicken hunting. If you ever heard chicken hunting, that's what it's about.
See, the problem with ICP music to me is all of their music sounds exactly the same.
Well, I mean, you can say that with a lot of music.
That's what I was about to say, which I could say the same thing about AC/DC, and I'm a super fan of AC/DC.
Yeah,
but
dude, AC/DC sounds all the same.
I love their particular brand of music. They figured out what worked, and they stuck with it, So,
right. I mean, that's what's so great about us. We all have a different taste of music, but at the same time, we're all friends, and we all can enjoy and appreciate one another, regardless.
Well, it's a. Let's see. Look in the chat. Jamal says nobody listens to Pink Floyd. Never been a fan.
I like Pink Floyd. I like
Never
Pink
really
Floyd.
cared.
The Wall was the
Butterfly
shit,
says
man.
Motown.
The Wall album.
That's
Yeah.
the best Pink Floyd song.
Never really cared for Pink Floyd. Like, if I'm listening to classic rock, I'm going ZZ Top. I'm going Southern rock, Allman Brothers, Skinner,
Oh hell yeah.
Kiss. I love me some Kiss. Like I said, AC/DC. You know, all of those guys.
That would be a fun thing to fucking do for like a show topic, is like a music scene, because we all come from so many different like sides of the country, and it's like there's so much music around. You know what I mean?
Mine's pretty easy. Like, I think out of everybody here listening, I think Butterfly would probably be the only one that would know what I'm talking about when I say I'm a fan of the Texas Red Dirt music scene. Bands like Cross Canadian Ragweed, who were broke up, Kevin Fowler, Randy Rogers, Casey Donahue, Josh Abbott. All of these are Texas or Oklahoma artists that came from this area that have made, like, they're kind of like anti-Nashville, so it's like anti-corporate music. Most of them are like on their own record labels, or they're represented by small people.
Right.
Somebody somebody who's big and popular right now who came out of here is Cody Johnson. He's on mainstream country radio, but he's a Texas guy.
I was just gonna stop you about something. When you said John Abbott, isn't that Dimebag and Vinnie Paul's dad?
No,
wasn't he a promoter dad?
Josh Abbott.
Okay,
Josh Abbott band. Yeah.
Okay, because I know that their dad was a music producer in Texas, and that's how they started Pantera.
Well, I actually have an interesting factoid about Pantera. I'll tell you off the air, but
okay. I mean, is it that bad, or is it just something?
No, it's more personal. I'll tell you later.
Yeah. Tell me later.
Just remind me later. But yeah, no. You see, Butterfly knows she's an Austin girl. She knows the Kevin Fowler. She knows the Randy Rogers. It's Texas has its own country scene. I listen to that, and I listen to basically classic rock. That's where I stay. So any old music or Texas country music is really all that I listen to. But pretty simple for me.
Oh,
well, what's your top 5? I mean, we all could do a top 5. That'd be interesting.
I can't.
Top 5 classic rock. I'm gonna go ZZ Top.
Top 5 any bands.
Oh, dude, it took me months to put that list together. I'd never figure that out.
Really?
Kidding me?
Wow.
No, dude. The second I got it done, I would think of something else, and then I'd have to change the whole list. And
I agree. No, I agree.
It'd be like naming, this is my top 10 movies of ever list. You're never gonna finish that.
Like the one you guys did on Tuesday, right?
Yeah, but that was top 5 that came out this year, so that's much easier to do.
Okay.
It's like, that was top 5 films in 2024. But
okay. And then you had Clout Chaser over here coming over to get reviews.
Yeah, Casey's just mad that we have more subscribers than he does, so he's clout chasing. That's fine.
I don't know how he did that. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Frank bought some new subs.
No, dude.
Subs.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you where it came from. As soon as we hit 500, we hit on 2 or 3 really big ones, and the Devil's Rejects review blew up. That was one of our bigger ones, and we got a good chunk of subscribers from that one. So
yeah, that was a good episode, especially when you dressed up like Captain Spaulding. Like,
yeah, dude, that paint. I was in so much pain during that review because I had to paint that very quickly, so I didn't use a brush to line things out and whatever. So I'm rubbing it on my fingers or whatever. And I got that black paint in my eye. That burned for 3 days. Dude, that sucked. It was horrible, but worth it.
Oh, Jamil, we're all 80s babies here. Well, I don't know about Steve, but me, Casey, and Tex are all 80s babies.
When were you born, Steve?
I was born in '89.
Yeah, you're an 80s baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just barely made the cut.
Yeah.
Right. He just
Still.
he got in on the skin of his teeth.
It's still.
But yeah, Casey, if you're asking how we, like, as soon as we hit, like, it took us a year to get to 500, and as soon as we got there, it was much easier. Like, I don't know why, but I guess more people were watching or whatever. I don't know. But
well, look at Casey's Elf thing. That blew up too.
Mm-hmm.
My Alf?
Well,
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I know the. Oh gosh, Aladdin. No, the.
Oh wait, no, it's the Aladdin one that blew up, right? You have the 1K subscriber or the 1K view.
That was the Tick.
Oh, was it the Tick? Okay, because I knew you hit 1,000 on one of the view videos.
Yeah, that was something recently. Let's go look. Yeah, like I just released Back to the Future 2 and 3 the last couple days. Alf got only 30. I'm trying.
Really? Well, Casey's in a completely different market than the movies stuff is, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's not like we're competing for the same views or anything.
No,
I mean,
no, of course.
Not. Casey's not, reviewing the Firefight trilogy of films. He's doing Alf's video games. We're very different audiences, but it works out, man. It's all good.
The last, like I was saying, the last two games I just did, I can show up here actually. I just did Back to the Future 2 and 3.
I gotta refill this cup.
I just released this one just before starting the show. This is for the Sega Master System. I'm learning from some of the Master System games that they actually have quite a bit of bad games, because Back to the Future 2 was bad. Back to the Future 3 was bad.
Well, you got to remember, Casey, this was like the 90s when they started releasing this stuff onto, like, the Master System. I mean, back then they had license. They licensed everything. They licensed the 2x4. It didn't matter.
And
a lot of games didn't work. Like that one, good TV show, shitty game.
Yeah. But
it's like the E.T. game. Good movie, shitty game.
Yeah. But I was shocked, because you figure, hey, how could they miss on Alf and the Back to the Future games? But they did.
Well, when it comes to the retro video games, look at who makes them, and if it's made by LJN, it's probably going to suck. That's kind of the general rule.
Well, this one wasn't both. Back to the Future 2 and 3 was not even made from them. It's from a company called Image Games. And actually, those two were actually European games that I got imported here. So this is not even American games. Like the American Sega Master System games, they didn't have a ton. Like the NES.
Do you have the newest Friday the 13th video game?
Didn't they have one that came out recently?
It's on the modern PS4, Xbox.
I have it.
I think I maybe have it. I'm not sure.
Well, I say that because Sean Cunningham, the guy that's in charge of Friday the 13th, the greedy bastard that he is.
Well, actually, that's divided, isn't it, Tex?
Well, it's Sean Cunningham and Victor Miller are the two that own it. Sean Cunningham is the one that everybody goes to. he was talking about they may put the Friday the 13th game servers back up so people can go back to playing that game again. So we'll see.
I heard they're going to come out with a number 2 soon. Friday the 13th Part 2.
Well, like, okay, Sean Cunningham, he's been doing a lot of talking here recently about when's the new Friday the 13th movie going to come out. He gave some bullcrap excuse of, oh, well, we'd have to put so much into the blah, 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 which you don't have to. It would not take a bunch of money to make a Friday the 13th movie. Mm-hmm. Look at how many good movies get made for little money. It was a cop-out. But
yeah,
what
they made
are
one for
doing,
every one for in the 80s. They literally made 9 in the 80s.
You don't have to have. He was talking about like needing like $50 million to make a Friday the 13th movie.
What?
Bullcrap. It's an excuse.
No.
Oh yeah, it's
maybe like 30,000 at the most, and you're gonna make fucking millions.
You could do a good one for $5 million, and that's a minuscule budget for modern cinema. But that's not the point. He was talking about how they rolled out the Jason universe, how they're going to be putting out more merch, more this. Casey, do you play that Multiverses Warner Brothers video game?
No, not yet.
Well, Jason Voorhees is now in that game, which makes like you can now have Bugs Bunny fight Jason Voorhees.
Yes.
It's the craziest thing in your life. Oh yeah, wow. It's weird.
Next thing you're gonna have Michael Myers or Freddy or Jason or Pinhead.
Well, like
somebody
you can have Agent Smith from Matrix and Jason fight like Velma and Scooby Doo. It's weird.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're all in the game. Yeah, but
that's horrible.
That's whenever he started talking about a possible reprisal of the Friday the 13th original game, or not original game, because the original game came out on the NES or whatever.
Yeah.
But the newest one, I guess you could say. So
the good one. Yeah.
Oh, it was great. Yeah. So
dude, the only thing I was pissed about that was that we never got the updates that were supposed to happen before the lawsuit. You know, like Part 8 in Manhattan. We were supposed to get the Manhattan game map. That never happened. And then the spaceship, too. Never got that.
Yeah,
and the boat. Yeah, we were supposed to get Jason X. Never got him. And I beat that whole game. All the achievements, everything.
Jamel asked, how many times are they going to rehash all the old movies? Until we stop paying for them. That's how
McMahon, all franchises fucking are ruined for right now. Let's be honest here.
Well, here's if you want the short answer, the only movies that get made are titles that already have an audience. Like very few new movies get made. Like, which is surprised. Like this year, my two favorite films have been Late Night with the Devil and In a Violent Nature. They were both made by Shudder and IFC. They don't have an established IP, but they were made for like $15 and a hot dog. They were made for no money whatsoever. But you only get sequels, prequels of a standing franchise because the creativity in Hollywood these days is what South Park said: put a chick in it, make her lame and gay. That's what creative is these days. So take your favorite franchise, like Star Wars, with this new Acolyte show that's out right now. They advertise the people. Oh yeah, it's out now. The creator and all of the people, they came out on TV and said their intent was to make white guys cry, or to make white people cry, and this is the gayest Star Wars you've ever seen. They advertise those lines. And you wonder why it's but they are going to beat that dead horse till it's a pile of goo, whether it's Star Wars, Marvel, DC, because you know what? These studios pay so much for these franchises, they have to. I mean,
And
they paid what? Disney paid $4 billion for Star Wars, and they've yet to make their money back all of these years later. I mean, it's crazy.
I think they have made their money back on that Star Wars.
I don't.
Probably over,
I don't think they have.
I
I
don't know.
I'm not sure that they have. I mean, they've had.
Well, think about the Disney parks. They have that. You've been to. No, you haven't been
Dude,
to
the Disney parks,
have you?
the Disney parks have lost maybe more money than the movies have. I mean, think about it. For 2.5 years, people couldn't go to them because we were locked down.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because they're under construction too, right?
Well, not just under construction, but under the jabby jab lockdown. Couldn't go
yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Unless you had your hokey pokey, you couldn't go to ride Goofy or house. So.
Well,
it is what
funny
it is.
that Jamal was talking about. Thank God there was never another Jason versus Freddy versus Jason 2. You know what's funny is at the end of that movie for Freddy versus Jason, when the hand fucking grabs him and drags him down. Supposedly, when they go to hell, this is from that the director that directed Bride of Chucky.
No. Jason goes to hell. That's when Freddy reaches out.
No.
The end of Freddy versus Jason is Jason walking out of the water and Freddy winks at the camera from his cut off
but
head.
there was a second part. There was a alternate scene that was supposed to happen but never made the cut because they couldn't get the license to Pinhead. Was when they fucking get the devil was supposed to grab them by the fucking both of them by the hand, grab them down to hell, and Pinhead was supposed to show up and say, "Gentlemen, what seems to be the problem?" Because they're sitting there fighting. They even said it in the DVD on Freddy vs. Jason that they were going to do that, but they didn't have the rights.
Yeah, they don't. Universal has had the rights, and they still do to Hellraiser. That's why they were going to do
sold it to Dimension because Dimension had them first.
That's part of Universal is Dimension. It's a subsidiary.
Is it? I thought it was Miramax.
Yeah, it's part of it. That's all tied in together. They were going to do a Michael versus Pinhead after Freddy versus Jason came out.
That would have been horrible. I heard it was like supposed to be Halloween or some shit like that. It's supposed to be god awful. Jesus fucking Christ. And I'm a big Hellraiser fan. Well, at least the first 3 movies. The rest of them were just shit.
No, Freddy versus Jason 2 was I like the movie. Yeah, I mean, now it's directed from an Asian guy who had never seen either of the franchises. That's why Jason is like a teddy bear Frankenstein walking around. He's just not Jason. And Freddy does more kung fu than he does anything in the movie.
They turned Freddy into a joke.
Seriously, he does. But no, Nightmare on Elm Street 2 turned Freddy into a joke. He's been a joke since the second one. That's a whole different matter. But Freddy vs. Jason 2 was supposed to bring in Ash from the Evil Dead series, which I love.
From the comic books, right?
Well, the comic books came out because the movie never got made. What was going to happen was basically it was going to pick up right after Jason's walking out of the water with Freddy's head. And then because the Necronomicon from Evil Dead, the book, is in that movie, and it was going to turn out that the reason why Jason can't die is because he's a Deadite from the Evil Dead universe. And
because part 9.
His mom had read from the Necronomicon to bring him back, and that's why Jason is what he is.
Yeah, because in part 9, you see the Necronomicon in the Voorhees house, and I guess Adam Marcus said that he asked Sam Raimi if he could take the fucking book and use it.
Yeah,
I guess the studios didn't know about it, and they got almost in a world of shit for it.
If you look in the Evil Dead movies and in the Friday the 13th, and there is stuff from each movie in these other franchises just sitting in the background. Like, I forget which Evil Dead has Freddy's glove in it, but one of them's in there. But
like I said,
the reason why
Chucky, they had everybody's weapons in there. They had Chucky, they had fucking Freddy, they had Michael's mask, they had fucking Leatherface's chainsaw. They had a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah. Well, the reason why Freddy vs. Jason 2 didn't get made was because A, studio rights, but B, they at the time there was plans for Evil Dead, Nightmare, and Friday, and they didn't want any of those characters looking weak. So anytime you have a three-way battle like that, somebody's going to have to take the hit. Somebody's
Yeah.
going to lose. So obviously these plans never came through because, the movies never got made. So they just took that story and turned it into a comic book, which is actually pretty good. Like, if you haven't read it, I'd say go find it. But, it's all good.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, like, that's what I thought. It was like when going in to watch Freddy versus Jason, it's like, who's going to win? And then you thought Jason won,
Well,
like you said, when he walked out of the lake with his head. And then
you
it's
have
like,
two
that's the
undead
thing,
creatures.
too.
How do you beat them? Come on now.
Oh, right. I was just about to say that too, because you remember when not Dimension, but Paramount sold the rights to Friday the 13th, the New Line Cinema, the house that Freddy built. You would think that Jason would be less than, because that's Freddy's house. It's his domain.
Well, that's the reason why when Paramount sold Friday the 13th, they couldn't call the films Friday the 13th. It was Jason Goes to Hell.
Right.
That
was.
I mean,
I know that I'm the minority. That was a good one, in my opinion.
I hate
I'm
that.
Minority.
That is.
I know. I like the
that is
Jason
not a
outfit.
Jason movie.
I like.
It's
I like how Jason
it's
looks.
a creature feature movie. But and then after that, they did Jason X, which is once again not called the Friday the 13th because it's in like 1,000 years from now.
Right.
But there's a book that they compiled that's like inches thick of all of the different scripts that was going to be Freddy versus Jason over the years. They planned on making that movie in like the early 90s, like right at the end of the 80s, but they could never figure it out. And
it was more rights,
of course,
right?
well, it was a mix of rights and studios, politics, everything else. It was just a mess overall. And then I mean, as much as I like the Hell Priest Pinhead design, he doesn't fit with the others. Like, I don't
Well,
want
Pinhead's
to
a
see.
demon. I mean, there's a big
Well,
difference.
he's a Hell Priest. He's not a slasher serial killer. He's the
devil's right hand man. Leviathan's
he's a
right hand man.
demon to some. He's an angel to others, depending on your viewpoint. That's kind of the
No,
character
I mean,
viewpoint.
like again, like part 3. I mean, they pretty much just let him slaughter everybody. That's why I love 3, because I like the slaughter.
Right, but they ruined the intent of the Pinhead character after that, and it never really recovered. I mean, it went into direct-to-video
I guess
hell.
I like crappy, shitty movies, I guess.
Oh, you're not the only one, but most of my favorite movies everybody hates, so I'm right there with you.
Right, but I'm saying, like, Hellraiser 3 is my favorite. That out of all the whole franchise, because I love that fucking Pillar of Soul and the ripping of that fucking chick apart and sucking her through, and then the bloodbath in the church scene. That's great.
They don't do spoof movies. Yeah. Now, I have heard rumored that the Scary Movie franchise is supposedly coming back.
First one, I thought it was okay. After that, it's like, okay. I'm like, how many times?
You didn't like Scary Movie 2? Are you kidding me?
That was good.
I didn't watch the second one or the rest of the one because
take my strong hand, child. He's got like this little shriveled up, nasty looking hand. You're like, ooh, no.
That would be Casey stirring mashed potatoes.
Oh, it was great. Scary Movie 2 is great. Now, I will say Scary Movie 1 is always the best, but it wasn't just that. There was like epic movie. There was like spoof movies in the 2000s were an entire genre to itself. I mean, there was
another teen movie. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Oh, what was that? What was that super gay version of 300? Meet the Spartans. Did y'all watch that one?
No.
Oh, I think that was superhero movie.
No, it was called Meet the Spartans, and it was like
You sure?
it was basically. Oh yeah, it was basically
let me look it up.
300, but like yeah, look up Meet the Spartans. Like there's like a scene where they're about to go off to war, and they're like, you know, we high five our women, but we tongue kiss our men, and like when they greet the Spartans greet each other, and then like there's like some of the guys are like ripped and worked out, and then but one of them's like this super fat
Yeah,
dude
you're
that
right.
they're
It is
airbrushing
Meet the
abs
Spartans.
onto. It's just the funniest, stupidest crap you've ever seen in your life. But yeah, there was a bunch of spoof movies. I forget the name of the spoof movie. It came out a little bit later, but there's one where Shawn Michaels plays a knockoff of Yoda from Star Wars.
Really?
Uh,
What
yeah,
about Stan
AJ,
Helsing? That was a good one.
Stan Helsing. That was a
With all
fun,
the killers,
fun,
that was a good one.
Yeah, like Pinhead had like he had like or no Freddy Krueger had like a spoon finger and like a sport thumb or whatever. It was dumb.
Pinhead had a bunch of fucking like lawn darts, like fucking bar darts. Yeah, all over his face. He was dartboard.
Yeah, the spoof movie. I'd like to see the spoof movie come back, but Hollywood is so woke. I don't think the spoofs would be any good. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like
I was never a big fan of the spoofs movies because I felt they were a little bit too cheesy. But like the one,
well, that's the point, though.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, I didn't like that cheesy of comedy. But the only one.
Well, the problem.
I was going to.
I think the biggest problem is not the cheesiness. I think it's the people who would be writing it would be like, oh well, we can't make the only people that they'd be willing to make fun of would be straight white people.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody else would be protected. Like, oh, can't make fun of gays or blacks or Mexicans. You know, we might offend somebody. Yeah. I miss the comedies of the two, like the American Pie movies. Those were great. Those were so much fun. Like we need
you say American Pie.
Comedies.
Yeah.
Oh, I love American Pie. Those are good movies. I didn't like the other ones.
Like that to come back.
Like the first 4 were good, but the rest were shit.
Well, you had the.
I like those. I like those ones like Beta House and Naked Mile.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't really like that.
I liked it. I liked it.
1, 2, Wedding, and then Reunion because it's the original cast. That's the reason why.
The only part of Reunion that I liked was when the redheaded broad, like her vibrator wouldn't turn off and
or the in Wedding with the gay fucking stripper dude and then the 2 fucking whores and they're fucking trying to figure out what the fucking sticking in where.
The gay guy that Stifler has to dance off to get the
Casey. Were you in that movie? Were you Bear?
No.
Don't lie to us, boy. But we need that's what I'm saying. Like, but I think comedy might be making a comeback. Did y'all watch the roast of Tom Brady on Netflix?
No.
I haven't got the chance to watch it. I don't have Netflix.
You need to watch it. It's like 3 hours long, but it is. They do not hold back. Like when they roast Brady and like they make Aaron Hernandez jokes. Like they go hard.
Hell yeah.
Huh?
Was Charles Woodson on there talking about the Tuck rule?
I don't remember. Dude, there's so many people on there. I can't remember. But like this is like 3 hours long. Like everybody.
Was Eli there saying that you almost had a perfect season, but you blew it?
I don't remember Eli Manning though. But like they did they made up like there was one joke about Robert Kraft getting tugged off or whatever, and like Tom Brady walked up to the mic and told the dude, "It's like, hey, cut that out. Don't say that." Like they didn't hold back on this stuff.
Well, it's true.
I think comedy could be making a comeback at some level. It's not business wide. Like the woke is It's not.
I just
gone
came up
yet.
with an idea for a spoof movie, the woke movie, where they fucking make fun of all the woke people that and all the
Ooh,
gay
that'd
shit
be
that goes
funny.
on. That
That'd
would be
great.
fucking funny.
They already did that.
You have like
There
these
was
blue
one-
haired. What?
Oh, I'm trying. They did one about a group of guys that I. It was made by a conservative news company. Well, let's see. The movie was called Lady Ballers, I believe it was called. And basically, what it is it's a group of guys that identifies as women just so they can compete in girls' sports, and they're literally just making fun of the woke. Like literally, that's the whole point of the
Wow.
movie. But yeah, and it came out recently. Like it was pretty good.
Well, like I'm shocked that they let them do jokes about Aaron Hernandez, because you figured that would be off. Like you couldn't do that jokes because how much it was tied to the New England Patriots and obviously to
Well,
Brady. Like,
Casey, Arusha, she was calling you out. You got a confession to make, Hoss?
no, I did not listen to Taylor Swift. Fuck that bitch.
Are you
Believe
a
Casey
Swiftie?
does.
You don't lie.
Casey, are you a Swiftie? Like,
No.
I think
Sure I am.
we need to get a hold of Melissa and have her grab your phone and check your Spotify and any other music playlist to see how bad the
No.
infection is.
Technically, I think you could go look at
Technically.
my music list right now, because I listen to my music list through YouTube, and but no, I couldn't even give you a one of her songs because I've never listened to her shit.
he can't give you one of them, but he's not telling you that he can give you all of them. What he
I'm a
He
big
really
fan.
wants to say. He really wants to say he can't pick his favorite one, but he can tell you all of the ones that he likes. So.
Like I hate to say this, but I mean I have all her albums signed and hung in the bedroom.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you sit in the closet and whack it to her?
Well, I mean that's different. I mean I don't.
She's not bad looking. I mean, she's
No,
not.
she's not.
I mean, it's
Her just music is shit. There's a difference.
like
Listen to that.
one of my kids loves her music, and like every time I hear it, I say everything just to make fun of my kid for being a Taylor Swift fan. That's my job as a dad. So I'm supposed to do that.
Even though she's like our age, which is fucking weird.
Hey, you know what? I'll say this. I'd be happy to trade places with Travis Kelce. Get with a woman that looks like that with that much money. I don't care how bad it is.
Oh yeah.
I'm down. Go. Whatever.
I mean, how I don't know how she got focused on during the season.
Because she's a big star, Casey. That's the reason why. And the Kansas City Chiefs are like the best team in the NFL, quote unquote, even though they're not.
Mm-hmm.
Who? Like I might sound out out of touch, but who won this year Super Bowl?
Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was the Chiefs again.
Like one of the last things
they're the
that they showed on TV was Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift standing there with the trophy.
Yeah,
like,
don't you remember you were talking about the shooting, Casey?
Oh yeah,
don't you remember?
Right.
You brought up the shooting. Yeah.
I also
all those blacks at the championship parade had to go tribal on everybody.
See, I was shocked that they.
Hey, tell me I'm lying. Tell me what you can't call me racist if I'm telling the truth. I'm just reporting what happened. So it's fine.
I'm surprised that they didn't give the Lombardi Trophy to Taylor Swift. It's like We know this is for the Kansas City Chiefs, but
I think Quila kind of rigged out
Casey.
win.
Is it true that you listen to girly music? The chat wants to know. Is it true?
No.
Is Backstreet Boys and Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera and NSYNC your favorite?
It's obvious Casey only watches football if there's food available.
If there's food available. He sniffs around and says, "Is there food in there?"
Casey asks, "How many wings and/or option of dips and chipboard that will there be before I show up?"
Exactly.
He doesn't care who's playing. He wants to know what the spread looks like.
Well, this weekend, not this weekend, but during this week, I had some family over at my aunt's, and they got pizza. So I think they got pizza to convince me to come over.
Oh, Pizza Hut figures there was pizza there, so he came.
Well, it was cool because I had my sister and her kids was there because they're live out of state and I don't get to see them that often. And I also saw a bunch of other family members. But it was cool to get some free pizza that day. But too hungry for your Super Bowl party.
We had a Super Bowl party on here yet, did we? I know Tex and Frank had one, didn't you guys? I don't think we had one.
I don't know. I
know me and Mikkel did the SEC championship game and then the national championship game.
We weren't live for the Super Bowl.
Oh, you guys weren't? I thought you and Frank did.
No, we didn't.
Not
do
1 year? Oh, I thought you guys did one.
Maybe I did the Super Bowl.
Not this year, no, because I was at a friend's house.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember. I know I watched the game. I might have done a reaction to it. I don't remember. It's been a while now. But
we didn't. Hell, we didn't even do a draft show this year. So.
Well, I miss doing that. That's always a fun thing to do is the draft shows.
Well, the draft show is only fun if you're doing it with people who actually know, like you. Well, A, you need to know football, but B, you need to know who's a potential draft pick for the team coming up before the TV says, okay, here's 3 options it's probably going to be. Like, that to me, I'm a football nerd. I mean, y'all know this. This is no secret. I'm a stats guy. I'm whatever. It's so for a draft deal, there's a lot that goes into it. It's not just, you're just calling a football game. So,
well, I'm just happy my team drafted Brock Bowers, so I'm happy.
Dallas or Boston? Are you talking football or?
Yeah, we're talking NFL. I thought that's what we're talking about the draft.
I think he's probably talking about basketball because they're in the NBA finals right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go Dallas. I don't watch basketball. I think it's boring and I'm not a fan. But I'm going Dallas just because it's Texas. So,
Tex, did you see the Houston Oilers girl that flashed on camera? Me and Mikkel showed it. And Mikkel got his channel he didn't get taken down, but
you mean that
the chick that the Oilers chick
Edmonton Oilers girl?
Yeah, the Edmonton Oilers chick. She has some big ass titties, dude. She flashed everybody.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm cheering for the Oilers because of that. Those titties were huge.
Unfortunately,
there was another girl. I don't know what team this is, but she pulled her top down and pressed her rack against the glass. I saw that one too. She was
I didn't see that
dark hair girl.
Yeah, the girl that I'm talking about has dark hair, but she just flashed.
Yeah, no. This was. Yeah, no. I saw that one, but this girl was wearing like a white dress, and she pulled them out of the top of it. I saw both.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh my gosh!
She has a porn deal.
Who
has a porn deal?
Yeah, who has a porn
deal? The girl from Edmonton. I'm not surprised.
I think she's just
probably
a
has like
fan, but
probably has like an OnlyFans or something.
You know, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
probably.
We talk about Taylor Swift. I'm looking on my.
What's he want? See, he's looking at what song he wants to.
No, I'm looking on my.
Casey, not on camera. You can't sit there and be jerking off on camera. What the hell's wrong with you? He's already done it before.
Hey, his dick's not big enough for us to see on camera, anyways. It's
True.
fine. We won't see it.
The
He's
micro
He's
penis.
looking at the top 5 Taylor Swift songs.
No,
It's gonna look like a button on a fur coat. We'll never notice it. It's fine. It's okay.
I was switched to my internet, and this is what I saw right here. It says Taylor Swift halts Edinburgh show to help fans and deal with a major hand cramp. What? She's doing.
What?
Taylor Swift halts Edinburgh show to help fans and deal with a major. Oh, she got a major hand cramp.
She has a major hand cramp.
What the hell is she doing with her hands?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I'd like to see her do it on camera. I'll say that.
She found herself with a hand cramp while playing the guitar. Earlier in the night, she called out security to help fans, and then midway through the first song, her acoustic set.
I've been to concerts where they had to stop the show to deal with somebody in the audience that like passed out or like jumped off of something. I've seen that a handful of times. That's nothing like crazy.
Yeah, that's
the dumbest one I saw was it was Buck Cherry, and I forget who else was there. Somebody was there with Buck Cherry, but it was up in Dallas at I forget the name of the venue. But this guy was like on the second level, and he's on the edge of it, and he stands up on the little wall in front of him, and he's like screaming and doing his thing, and he falls like 20 feet. Of course, he was drunker and all get out. They had to like scoop him off the pavement. I don't know if he died or not, but who cares? You know, they had to stop the whole show. I was pissed.
What?
Hands up.
What?
We're going to need hand checks regularly if Casey's going to be looking.
Well, I was just reading.
It's confirmed Casey's a Swiftie.
I'm just reading the article.
Casey probably just rubs the outside of it. He's probably too lazy to even jerk. He just rubs out a little bit, whatever.
Oh wait, no, he remember what was it, Casey? That you call it? You rub one out,
squeeze one off,
squeeze one off. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I squeeze one out.
Casey squeezes one out like it's a tube of toothpaste. That's how he squeezes. Casey does it like it's a teat on a cow. He just grabs it at the base and slides up. You know, that's how Casey does it.
I'm done.
Look at those legs.
Oh, geez.
Calm down there, Casey.
I lick those legs.
Hands up, mister.
I swear to God, if I see you go grab peanut butter, I'm calling dog.
Oh, I gotta put the peanut butter back down then.
I'm not gonna sit here and let you treat Duke like that. I'm not gonna be part of that.
Poor Dukas.
But it says that
that dog's been more traumatized than a Harvey Weinstein victim.
Oh
my God, or Epstein.
Well, it was saying midway through the first song of her acoustic set, would've, could've, should've, she stopped for almost a minute as she told a security guard in the crowd to help fans whom she could see were in trouble, and pointed out them like, I'm gonna keep playing until someone notices right there. Like, I'm gonna keep playing until someone helps them. She has.
Casey's now gonna change his channel from Casey is Raw, video games and wrestling news to Casey is Raw, video games, wrestling, and the Taylor Swift News Network.
That's
We're going
right.
to change that extra.
He's actually
He might even dump the video.
Taylor Swift
He might
shirt.
even dump the video games just to talk about Taylor Swift. You never
Exactly.
can tell.
But it says, however, 30 seconds later, she was forced to stop again when she got a hand cramp. Like, if you had her keep stopping every minute, would you kind of want to get your money back? Like, oh, security, go look at those people, help them out. And then 30 seconds later, my hand cramped. I can't do it anymore. Like,
The longest I've ever seen a concert stopped years ago, probably 20 years ago, I went to a Rob Zombie show. And of course, they had, the mosh pit. Every heavy metal show has one.
Hell
Well, this, he started out with, hitting it hard. I forget what song it started. But, the mosh pit, it leaned into, which every mosh pit has this, a couple guys started fighting. That's part of it. You break them up and whatever. You go on. But this fight, I couldn't even get to the mosh pit. I was, way behind it. I was, kind of up on a hill. I could see it go on. The fight, broke out from, 2 guys to 4 to 7 to 10. It just ballooned. So, the entire mosh pit was just beating the crap out of one another. And it was so bad, Rob had to stop the concert as he was in the middle of a song until they broke it up and people got escorted out. It took 20 minutes.
Really?
It was a mess. Oh, it was bad, dude.
but you
That
never
that
see.
that ain't nothing then. I mean, try this on for size. Okay, so Ozfest 2007 was the very last Ozfest. There was a free concert, and the mosh pit was fucking huge. Everybody was just fighting nonstop, and then on top of it, we had a sod war. So people were literally picking up sod, throwing it at one another, and fighting at the same time. It was crazy.
I went to 2 Ozfests.
I
I'm
went
not
to too many.
I don't like Ozzy. I've never been an Ozzy guy.
I know you hate Ozzy because he pissed on the Alamo.
I'm not a fan. I don't. I'm good. There's even the Alamo stuff aside, I've just never been crazy about Ozzy. Even with Black Sabbath, of course I like War Pigs, but that's about it. Whatever.
Well, I think most people like War Pigs.
I mean, give me War Pigs and Howl at the Moon. That's about all the Ozzy that I'm really into. Whatever. But no, I went to Ozfest for everybody else who was there. I saw Rob Zombie, Marilyn Manson. There was a bunch of guys there. But
that was Ozfest 2005.
Since you say it was around that year, I don't remember what year was exactly.
Yeah,
but
I went from Ozfest from 98 to 2007. I've seen it all. I've seen the last Pantera before they broke up. That was Ozfest 2000. That was right after Phil broke up the band.
I got to see. Last time I saw the real Pantera before Dimebag got shot was about 6 months before they played up in Dallas, and I went to the House of Blues to see them. It was pretty cool.
Wait, you said the 6 months before Dime got shot? Because that was Damage Plan at that time. Got to remember, right after reinventing the steel in 2000, that's when the band broke up. That Ozfest, right after Ozfest 2000, they broke up because Phil was on his heroin.
I can't remember if they were Damage Plan or Pantera,
because it was in Ohio. It was in Ohio.
It was about
Cleveland,
It was about 5 to 6 months before Dimebag was shot. I saw him up at the House of Blues in Dallas. But it may have been okay.
Damage Plan.
I guess it wasn't Pantera proper, but I got to see Dimebag, right before stuff.
Yeah.
Either way, it's all.
Yeah, dude, I was pissed when that shit happened.
Oh, it was all over it was everywhere down here. It was huge.
Yep. I was in high school when I found out that shit happened, dude. I was pissed.
Casey, have you been to many concerts?
Nope.
Really?
No. The one time I thought I was going to go to one. Actually, I have 2 funny stories. there was one that I had. A girlfriend told me, I'm going to take you to this concert. It's like, oh, cool. Like, didn't know who we were supposed to go watch. So, we go, and she took me to a fucking church revival concert thing.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's not a concert.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a concert.
and
Unless you're finger blasting her in the bathroom, that's not a concert. Sorry.
well, I mean, I even did fuck her, but
You fucked her in the
Right.
bathroom?
no, I
Was
didn't
you saying,
fuck her.
oh, dear God?
No, but was walking in the parking lot, and there's one person's like, "Oh, is he this?" I don't even remember what religion this was, by the way. So I think could be
She was probably trying to get you indoctrinated into the Mormon cult or some nonsense you never came to.
Did you even ask her if she was kosher, Casey?
no, she wasn't kosher.
Oh, that's a sin against your people. It's got to be kosher. You got to remember. Rabbi
But-
Casey.
But
Well, remember, Casey's not Jewish proper. He's just Jewish adjacent. He's been inside of a Jew. He's not a Jew himself.
He is a
Exactly.
Jew.
He only gets
He is
he
Rabbi
only
Casey.
gets partial credit. He only gets partial credit. He's been in.
But hey,
He's been in one.
Don't
He's not in one.
but don't forget, in the Church of Tex, he is Rabbi Casey. Remember,
Well,
we said
in
this
the
a long
Church
time
of Texas,
ago.
we would have sacrificed him a long time ago just for his connection to the. Just for his connection to the tiny hats, he would have had to have been put down long ago.
But we sacrificed McKelly. Remember, we put him up on the cross.
no, we were we were gonna keep Mikkel alive though. Like we were gonna like torture him, but we were gonna keep him alive while being crucified.
Well, see, realistically, if I were to ever assume that level of power, a lot of people probably aren't going to make it, if I'm being honest. But,
but
For people that don't know, it was a long time ago when we started this.
As I said on, we were talking on the last podcast, like if I were to run for president, I'm definitely, getting assassinated. Like somebody's going to take me out. I know it's going to happen. Like, there's no way I'll make 4 years. So,
that's why you need like a, how the Pope Mobile has that big glass box that protects. Yeah. You need like one of those, but you can like it travels with you. Like,
I don't need a Pope Mobile. I need like an Iron Man suit. That's what I would need. I would need like an Iron Man suit to walk around in.
There you
so
go.
It was more mobile.
That's true. I was thinking like a glass dome, but it's mobile. It moves with you. But
how am I going to shoot through my own glass dome? If I have an Iron Man suit, I can shoot back.
Exactly. That's a great point. Like, the only place you're going to really get you is like if you shoot through the eyeball or something like that.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. I would, but hopefully my Iron Man suit would have the proper technology to have to sense things that were coming and would prevent me from getting my eyes shot out or something. It's the whole argument of why didn't somebody just shoot Batman right in the mouth? Like it's uncovered. Like why hasn't somebody done this shit?
Great point.
I mean, Joker's been trying to kill Batman for 80 years with these elaborate plans. Just shoot him in the face with a 12 gauge, with a double barrel. Aim right for the face. That's all you got to do. It's not hard.
That's the only thing that isn't really covered is his mouth.
Think about it. Okay, you've seen The Dark Knight, right?
Yeah.
Whenever Batman is towards the end of the movie, whenever Batman gets knocked off of his motorcycle and he's laying passed out on the ground, Joker's like walking up and he's like kind of dancing to him and he pulls out a knife, right?
Yeah.
And then he has one of his flunkies. They try to take the mask off and it shocks him. Joker has like 15 knives in his pocket. If he just walks up and stabs Batman right in the mouth hole in the face, he's dead. And Joker wins. Like, biggest plot hole in the entire movie. I don't know, whatever. But, what you gotta do?
I'm trying to find something that's someone found there's a YouTube video of supposedly what was what gave DC the idea for Batman, but
wasn't it Bob Kane that came up with the idea?
It was Bob Kane and I can't remember the other guy. There were two guys, Bob Kane and one more. I can't remember, but it was a mix of Zorro, um, the Gray Ghost, and I can't remember.
Oh yeah, the
Zorro
Gray Ghost. That's right.
Zorro was like the main base for Batman.
I thought it was a Gray Ghost because Bruce Wayne, as a kid, watched the Gray Ghost on TV and wanted to be the Gray Ghost.
But like it was like a mixture of things, basically. But,
Here it is. I gotta show you guys.
Bob Kane gets the majority of the credit, but in reality, the other guy did most of the work, I believe. But I don't know for sure.
I gotta show you guys this.
Hopefully the channel doesn't get striked, Casey.
I seen a YouTube channel like saying they found this picture, and this was a person that was the real reason why we had the Batman. Is like you can see it's old timey photo with a person with a giant ass beard.
Actually, that cowl actually kind of looks like Robert Pattinson's because Robert Pattinson's like a leathery mask that's stitched together. You can see it's not like a graphite harder material. Very similar.
And then supposedly this guy's name is Wayne Bruce.
Wayne Bruce. That's not the stupidest name you've ever heard of. I mean, it's bad enough Bruce Wayne has two first names, but at least it sounds better than Wayne Bruce. Like when I hear, if you were to just tell me, hey, and I got my buddy coming over, his name's Wayne. What's his last name? Bruce. I just assume he's a fat guy in a trailer park. Just what it sounds like. But whatever.
Well, here's another photo of it. Like, oh no, I was trying to get a closer look at it, but this is coming from the same people who made this. Like, this is where the Star Wars, the Vader, where that came from. They got this. This is what they got the Star Wars idea from. Like,
oh wow,
do you see how Darth Vader's helmet with a top hat?
That's hilarious.
So it was funny.
Yeah, I miss when Star Wars was good. I hate what it's become. It's garbage.
Yeah, the first 6 movies were good. After that, it just went to the shitter.
Original trilogy. As soon as Disney bought it, it went right to hell. It was a dud. It was, The Last Jedi had potential, but then it just went.
Yeah, that's what happens when Disney wants to buy a studio property, and George Lucas is like, "Yeah, I'm already done fucking up it. You can have it." You know what I mean? I mean, those special editions.
Do what you will. George Lucas and Steven Spielberg. The last 20 years of their careers were just, hey, well, let's just take all the good stuff that we did and make it worse. That's basically what they did. And then, like every 5 years, put out a new special edition with like 5 seconds more footage with more digital crap thrown into it.
Yeah.
So,
hell, even Steven Spielberg to this day says that when he re-edited E.T. and changed the gun scene for walkie-talkies, he said that was fucking horrible. Just like when he put E.T. in the water, supposedly made him CGI, they said that it was so horrible. Yeah.
Very few films re-edited work. Have you seen the Exorcist, the original one, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you seen the remastered version where they put Pazuzu's face on a couple different stuff within the film?
I don't think I've seen the remaster. I remember the original one, but I don't I don't remember if I seen the remastered.
Some years later, after the original came out, William, they went in and there's one scene where like Reagan is in the kitchen, and like if you look on like the metal fixture in the kitchen, like they quickly show the face of Pazuzu like as like encroaching on her. Like they just inserted it a few places. They kept the movie the same, which was a smart idea, but they just added to. They didn't take away like when George Lucas remastered Return of the Jedi. When you're in Jabba's palace and like you have all of like the actual creatures, and then like this weird little dancing CG animation thing comes across the screen and just looks so out of place it just takes you out of the entire movie.
Well, I mean, come on, look at episode 1 for fucking Star Wars. You have one of the, I know you probably like him, but the worst fucking character is fucking Jar Jar Binks. Come on.
Well, duh.
I like Jar Jar. I know people crap all over Jar Jar.
I know because you're a huge prequel fan. That's the reason why.
Oh, love the prequels. I wish. Now, okay, you've heard this, the Darth Jar Jar Phantom Menace thing, right?
No.
Okay, well, obviously, okay. Go back and watch old footage where George Lucas says Jar Jar is the key. Like, and this was footage of behind the scenes for episode 1 of Star Wars. There's entire YouTube videos. You just put in Darth Jar Jar on YouTube. You can find all of this out. But basically, the short version.
Is there a picture of this?
There's fan-made versions of it. There's nothing like
okay.
But
okay.
Basically, the short version. Okay, look at Yoda when you first see him in the original trilogy.
Yeah,
Yoda is prequel, like this annoying. No, I mean in the original, in the first.
Oh, the original. Okay, so Star Wars. Yeah.
You think Yoda is just like this weird little swamp creature? Like he's he's beating on R2-D2 and whatever, and he ends up being.
It's not whatever. Empire Strikes Back is the best movie out of the original.
No, that's not what I'm saying. You think he's nothing. You think he's just some weird creature that Luke finds, and he ends up being the key to training Luke to become what he does. What Jar Jar Binks, the original intent, and even the actor that played him came out and endorsed this. Jar Jar was going to be the key to the downfall of the Republic. Go back and look at all of the times. There's even scenes in the film where Jar Jar is mouthing words that he's not saying, that Padme is saying the words for. Why do you think, okay, in the Star Wars world, all of the creatures have yellow eyes. Jar Jar has those. The other Gungans don't. Why do you think all of that entire Gungan race was afraid of Jar Jar? It wasn't because he was clumsy. It was because he was evil. But everybody lost their... Yes. Listen, once we get off here tonight, look up Darth Jar Jar theory.
No, let me ask you this, though. Is this a conspiracy or is this actual facts?
No, that's what I'm saying. There's actual facts to this, like I'm saying.
Okay.
George Lucas there is footage of George Lucas saying Jar Jar is the key to all of this. The actor coming out and signing off on all of these theories, and I'm calling it a theory because it obviously they had to change the plan and create Count Dooku in episode 2, and they literally had to throw the baby out with the bathwater and change plans because people lost their crap so quickly. I'm telling you, I firmly believe that in the Darth Jar Jar theory that it was going to be a thing. And as Yoda was important in his role in the original, it was going to be a reverse with Jar Jar being the Sith behind all of this. I mean, how else do you explain how good he was? Like maneuvering. Yeah, I mean, look at the stuff he can do physically. No, there was no other Gungan that could do that. The moves he's doing is like Jedi level moves. There's no other way to explain it.
Well,
like especially
then why
in the
did they make
scene
him look so? Well, then why did they make him so stupid in the movie? They should have took him more serious.
Because
you know
that
what I
was
mean?
the cover. It was the drunken master kung fu technique that he was using for that character. The drunken fool ends up being the deadliest warrior. That's a caricature type. Is what George Lucas was going for.
Is this what you're talking about right here from Screen Rants?
Yeah.
That Casey has pulled up.
Yeah, I mean, that's one. Like I said, read through that. Go and like I said, actually go watch these YouTube videos where these people actually break it down and physically show you the evidence.
Well, you have my number.
It's real.
Send it to me when you get it off the air.
I think the Darth Jar Jar theory was legit, but people reacted exactly like you just did. With I hate Jar Jar, he sucks. So
it's not that I hate Jar Jar; it's they ruined his character for making it. They turned him into a fucking idiot. It's like Mikkel. No offense, but
I get that. I get that, but
no offense to Mikkel or no offense to Jar Jar.
Take it however you want to take
Jar
it.
Jar or Mikkel. Which one should
take
be
it
more
however you want to take it.
You judge for yourself.
Yeah,
but
that's how I see it.
I firmly believe that the character was presented as idiotic as he was, intentionally to draw you away. Like I said, I'll send you some stuff to watch, and just keep an open mind about it. You might think it's all fan fiction.
Dude, I'm very open-minded when it comes to Star Wars, but it's the fact of the matter is, they ruined him. They should have made him better. Like what you're saying, this theory and stuff. They should have used it for episode 3.
They would have
the Revenge of the Sith.
They would have if the plan had played out. But
he was in 3 when Padme died. He was there.
But they had to pivot from what he was in the first movie. He's basically non-existent in episodes 2 and 3. You get him for seconds in the other 2 movies because people jumped the gun, and George Lucas did not hold true to his cards.
Well,
I mean, George Lucas fucked it up.
Right here, didn't you say where he was saying he was mouthing the words?
Read it, Casey.
Yeah. It says right here, Jar Jar Mouse also seems subtly move in the mouth. No, Phantom Menace when the Captain Panaka says the Queen wishes it, and when Padme says, "Well, I don't approve," almost as if he was using the Force to influence what they say.
Not just that, but Jar Jar is the one that basically, like, there's a scene where Jar Jar and young Anakin are sitting there together, and he kind of puts it in Anakin's head how attractive Padme is. There's multiple
let's be honest here. I think we all can agree on this that Natalie Portman is fucking hot as fucking Padme.
Well, yes, of course, they're not going to hire an ugly actress to play that role. But that's not the point. Look at how, obviously, we know that Palpatine was, playing both sides of this thing. Look at how many scenes where Jar Jar and Palpatine are right next to one another. Even in the ending of the movie, as Qui-Gon is burning, as Yoda saying, talking to Mace Windu about the Sith, how there's never one, there's always two. Jar Jar is standing with Palpatine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many clues within that movie that I would bet money that was the original plan, but George Lucas and Lucasfilm saw everybody losing their crap over this stupid character that they didn't get it. And if they just had a little patience, I think it would have paid off. Well, it is. I mean, really, realistically, he was the one. He had full control. He could have stuck to it, but whoever convinced him to change his plan.
Probably Kathleen Kennedy.
No, Kathleen Kennedy didn't come in. Oh. She wasn't involved. She wasn't involved until George sold to Disney. That's whenever she took over.
You sure? Because she was involved with fucking E.T. way back in the day. And I think
but
she was kind of involved with
George
some of Lucas.
Kathleen Kennedy did not have any say-so power until George Lucas signed that contract and sold to Disney. Prior to that, she was an executive as a producer at best.
Look
She
at
had no
this.
say-so.
They say Star Wars 7, Jar Jar and Snoke Theory.
Smoke Theory, yeah, I've seen that one too. It's originally there's a lot of theories out there, and this is what for a lot of people, they call this a conspiracy theory or whatever you want to. The Snoke character sucks. I pay no attention to anything. If it's Disney Star Wars, to me it doesn't count. It's nothing to me. I don't even acknowledge it.
It's the first
The
6 movies.
Mandalorian.
That's all you need to watch.
The Mandalorian seasons 1 and 2 are okay. The rest of it is garbage. That's the rule.
When was the last Mandalorian came out? Like, it felt like it was a couple years ago now.
About it? No,
I haven't even seen it.
Well, we reviewed season 3 last year.
Oh, there was. I thought there was only 2 seasons.
No, there's 3 seasons, and the 4th season they're going to turn into a movie.
Huh.
I don't even seen the first episode.
Either way, Mandalorian season 3 was garbage. I hated it. I had to force myself to get through it.
Okay, let me ask you this, Tex. Since you're a big prequel guy, you like 1, 2, and 3 the most.
Oh yeah.
Which one is your favorite? I mean, me personally, number 3, the Sith, Revenge of the Sith, is my favorite because you get to see Vader. He slays a lot of younglings. He possibly kills Padme. I mean, he turns into Vader.
It's very. I mean, whenever Padme says, "Anakin, you're breaking my heart,"
exactly.
It's very clear what led to her demise. It's very.
It was Anakin. Yeah, he broke her heart.
Well, that's the whole tragedy of Anakin to Vader is, he while trying, he was so blindsided in his rage, he literally killed the one thing that he wanted to save. That's the tragedy.
Yeah.
Of Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, he wanted to save he wanted to bring power and balance to the Force, and he fucking he got led to the dark side when he wasn't trying to.
With Palpatine clouding, obviously Palpatine's the reason why all this happened. He's the reason why he got so close to Anakin. I mean, this is a much bigger conversation, but out of all of the prequels, though, I think 3's the best movie.
Yeah.
1 has my favorite Star Wars character of all time in Darth Maul. I love Darth Maul.
I like Darth Maul. I like his character, the gimmick outfit. I like the little thorns on his head and the fucking double lightsaber.
Episode 2, I love the ending of that movie where Yoda comes in with all the clones and they surround the Jedi and the battle ensues, and we get to see Count Dooku versus Anakin and Obi-Wan, and then Yoda walks in out of nowhere and has that crazy, insane lightsaber battle. They all have so much good things, but I think overall Revenge of the Sith is probably my favorite Star Wars movie.
Okay, here's another one for you. So, you know how episode 3 at the end, when they're going out to the ship? Okay, so there's a bridge that bridges 3 and 4 together, and it's Rogue One. How do you feel about Rogue One? Me personally, I like Rogue One. It fits the narrative with 3 and 4. It bridges that gap because you get to see.
It bridges the gap, but
it
kind of makes it a moot point of a movie when all. I mean, they clearly stated in the original Star Wars, all of these characters had to die for us to get these plans. None of these people are making it out of this movie. Like,
but it's a bridge to it, though. That's what I'm saying.
The only thing I need out of Rogue One is the Vader scenes. Like besides
That's what I'm
that,
saying. The Vader scenes are the best. Like the ending is really what really matters.
Yeah, just give me the Vader scenes, and I don't really care about the. I saw it in theaters, but I was like, okay, whatever. It's it is what it is. But
Yeah, you got me want to go watch some of this. Like, there's one
You
right
should,
here.
man. Fucking
what is it?
Star Wars is a good fucking series if you really pay attention.
I'm telling you,
to it.
dude. There's something I firmly believe in this Darth Jar Jar theory. With him being the Phantom Menace, I think it's real. I mean, for George Lucas to say what he has over the years for the actor who played Jar Jar, I think it's legit. I really and truly do. I've kind of studied both sides of it, looked at it, and I mean, of course, this is just my opinion, but I really think Jar Jar was obviously before changing of intent was going to be more integral, and you were going to have that drunken, like just look up drunken master, like kung fu is basically what this character is based on. And he was hiding in plain sight the whole time, just like Yoda was right there in front of Luke. And he turns out he's probably the most important character in the original trilogy because if Yoda doesn't train Luke, nothing else happens. So
Right. Yeah, because if you really think about it, when Yoda tells him he's got to go in to that tree into the forest or whatever right there,
yeah, into that
and
cave, yeah.
fucking he's in the cave and he fucking has to face his fears and he goes to he sees Vader and he goes to swing for Vader with the lightsaber and then Vader's helmet pops off
He
and
sees
it
himself.
explodes and sees himself. Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
That's why I say Empire
That's what I'm
Strikes
saying.
Back is the best one out of the original trilogy because it tells the whole story. And yes, the Empire does strike back in that movie.
Well, out of the originals, I think Jedi is probably my favorite. Now, is it the best movie?
You like the Ewoks, don't you?
No,
You're an Ewok.
Well, I forget who said it. I think it's Gary from the Nerdrotic YouTube channel. I watch them a lot. They do cool stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of like how he puts it. Return of the Jedi is 50% of a perfect movie, and then the other 50% sucks. Meaning all of that Ewok crap and everything else, that has no place being in there.
You know what's funny? Casey kind of reminds me of an Ewok.
Like Ewoks are like what are those
like
furry little creatures?
Care Bears.
No, I'm talking about it. They had porgs in the new trilogy. That was the new fuzzy creature thing or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I think Empire is probably the best original trilogy.
Right.
And I think if you polled, just about anybody else, that's probably the answer you would get. But I like Jedi better. Well, number one, it's the one I saw more than any of them. But
right.
I rented that from Blockbuster probably 100 times as a kid. So I don't know. I guess it's maybe because I watched it more. I don't really know.
Yeah.
But
I mean, everybody has their favorite. I mean, hell, look at you. You said, you're more of a prequel guy than original. You know what I mean? So I mean, that makes sense. I mean, think about it. That too, and the prequels were more coming out when we were older, or actually when we were younger.
Yeah.
Because 99, we were still kids, and that's when Phantom Menace came out. Was in 99.
8th grade, whenever episode 1 came
grade. Out. Yeah, I was in 6th grade when episode 1
I was in 8th grade. Yeah. 7th or 8th grade, one of the two, I can't remember. I was in one of those grades. Yeah. But, it was, I loved the time of the prequels because do you remember the going to Taco Bell and getting the toppers of the characters?
Yeah.
That they had at Taco Bell?
Yeah, just like if you went to the gas station, the Pepsi. If you went to the gas stations, they had the Pepsi coolers with R2-D2 on them.
I can remember the day
they pushed Phantom Menace so hard, and a lot of people said that movie flopped because of Jar Jar, which Jar Jar is the only little bit of problem, but the movie overall was good. I mean, you got to see young Anakin. Yes, he was a slave, just like his mother was. That explains it. And they killed his mother. That's why he started getting pissed and shit.
If I could have directed the prequels, I would not have shown Anakin's childhood. I would have started with him as a teenager, already being trained.
So instead of episode 1 being a child, you go straight to episode 2 when he was a teenager. Now, would you have him still with falling in love with Padme at that certain time?
Of course, yeah. Well, you have to have that, and to me, it would have been better because I mean, obviously, Anakin is haunted by his past, right?
Right.
Well, to me, that would have been
the dark side.
It would have been more effective instead of showing us him living through it. Show us how haunted he actually is with more nightmares, more dreams. Have that get darker and darker as you go. You know what I mean?
He saw his mom get slaughtered, and I mean, come on.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. We can still have all of those things, but you present it to the audience in the way of nightmarish flashbacks where he's waking up like he's a Vietnam vet and having shell shock. You know, have it kind of presented like that. But I would have done it differently.
And that everybody has their theories, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, that's the whole thing. It's, you know, it Casey, did you see the prequels in theaters?
Yeah.
I mean, are you a prequel guy? Or are you an original trilogy? I mean, like, what's your go-to?
I like the prequels. I mean, I like this. I don't like the second one as much.
So you don't like Attack of the Clones?
Okay. Yeah, the third one was definitely the best out of the three.
Hey, at least he agrees on that.
Yeah, so I would say it's 3, 1, and then 2 out of the prequels.
I do think they messed up by killing Qui-Gon, though. He should have stayed around.
I agree.
You forgot to show him that, Casey. The statue that you were going to buy him. Oh, you did?
Yeah, I actually had it on the screen. I was going to get his comments about that.
Oh, what? I'm sorry, I'm not even looking at my phone.
That when I was showing the Qui-Gon Jinn statue that I showed you.
Oh, the one that you sent to me earlier. Yeah. I remember that piece of merch. They sold that, and then they sold it came in 3 parts, 3 of those black bases. One had Qui-Gon, and one had Obi-Wan, and if you put the 3 of them together, they could fight each other like at the end of the movie. I remember seeing that in Toys R Us whenever I was a kid.
Yeah, so the black base had something like little snaps.
I think it was a plaque for. I think it was a plaque for episode 1. I think that's what it said.
Yeah, I've got
the one that you were showing.
I still have my original. Well, I have like a Walmart bag full of the episode 1 and 2 figures, but I collected mainly Darth Maul stuff and Qui-Gon stuff, but mainly Darth Maul. And I've still got the cup topper from Taco Bell, like I was talking about, where it's everybody of Darth Maul. I've got my original Darth Maul figure that I got from Walmart. Dude, back in the day, it was so hard to find the Darth Maul figure. Like, the movie hadn't even came out yet. This was like 2 months before, and the trailer had came out. Everybody saw Darth Maul for the first time and was just enamored with that design. I was like, ooh, what is this? I remember whenever I was a kid, I literally would get the phone book out and would call stores from Walmart to Toys R Us. Do you have the Darth Maul figure? As a kid just trying to hunt this down. That's how much I was into that character. But it took me forever to find it. I remember when I finally found it, I called it was a not a toy. It was a KB Toys. It was a KB Toys that finally had one.
Wow, that's a flashback.
And it was like 45 minutes away. So it was a drive. Like each way was 45 minutes. And I begged, pleaded, I did everything I could. And finally, just to shut me up, my mother said, "Get in the car, we're going." And
that was like me, same here, dude.
Oh, it was great.
Do you remember I remember when not Kmart, but Toys R Us had the big giant fucking Millennium Force, the big one?
Oh yeah, dude, I can remember the day that the Star Wars toys dropped for Episode 1 at Toys R Us. Yeah. They literally shut the store down, and they had like multiple aisles of this stuff.
That was a big deal.
And I was so pissed because I couldn't get to go. Like I couldn't. Like it was like an hour. Like the nearest Toys R Us was like an hour away. And I was a kid. I couldn't drive. I couldn't whatever. But I was like the news cameras were there. I was seeing all this, and like the crowd rushed in there. People just grabbing arms full. Like they didn't even know what they were buying. They were just buying. And I'm like, I want to be there so bad, but never got to go.
Tots is making, or they already are producing. Because I seen it at Spirit of Halloween last year. Darth Maul's mask. They have it.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, they're because new Star Wars does not sell merchandise because everybody hates it.
Right.
Nothing but homo garbage.
They have the license now.
Well, Mattel or Hasbro makes all of the Star Wars. Star Wars is just like WWE toys. They make more of the old stuff than they do the new stuff because that's all people really want. People don't want this new crap.
Exactly.
That's why. That's why if you go to the toy aisle, like for WWE figures, I was there yesterday just out of curiosity. I looked. The only new guys they had were Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. The rest of them were Undertaker, John Cena, or Monday Night War guys. Literally all that was there. For Star Wars, basically all old characters. I didn't see anybody new that I recognized. So it's the old stuff that sells. The new stuff doesn't sell.
Tell me how this is even possible for WWE to even sell. So I was in a Meijer today, right? And I looked down the toy section, the wrestling section. They're still selling Sasha Banks figures. How is that even possible?
Probably what's left.
Because
it's left over.
Because they own the gimmick to Sasha Banks, not whatever her name is now.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I'm still.
I mean, hell, WWE isn't Billy Gunn is active on the AEW roster, right?
Yeah.
WWE is coming out with a Billy Gunn action figure from the 90s in the WWE figure line this year. So,
really?
yeah. Oh, yeah. They're doing. I don't think it's out yet because Mattel is doing basically what they're doing is they're taking like their most popular figures that they made 10 years ago and they're redoing them with modern technology is what they're doing. They did like Undertaker, Kane, DX. They did the big tag teams. And they're doing a Road Dogg with Billy Gunn. And Billy Gunn's a current guy for somebody else, but it's an older version that they have the rights to. So,
is this in the Monday Night Wars one?
No, it's going to be a like greatest hits live.
Oh, okay. See, I remember when the Jax ones were, or I think they were Jax, way back in like 1997, 98 when they were making like the Crush bone figures.
Yeah, that would have been Jax. It went Hasbro, Jax, then Mattel.
Yeah, the Jax figures were awesome back in the day.
Well, some of them were awesome. When you look back at them, they made like they would make like Stone Cold, and then they would make 15 repaints of that same figure, just slightly different.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, it's kind of like how like that Batman, like where they'll have the same Batman,
Oh yeah.
but they'll paint it different colors.
Well, it basically costs like, I forget, it's like around $50,000 to $100,000 to make a mold for a figure.
Really?
So, it's expensive. Like for like McFarlane, like McFarlane Toys, they have the DC license, and like every 2 or 3 weeks they come out with a different version of Batman. You know, from the comic books, movies, or this or whatever.
Right.
And then they'll do like, people really got mad, and this one set a lot of people off because they started doing Jokerized versions of figures, and literally all they were was the same figure that they just sold you, but painted up with green and purple like they were Jokerized, because that was a thing in the comic books. So you could buy like a Batman that was painted up like Joker, or a Robin, or a Superman, or whoever. And there's an entire line of Jokerized figures that's the exact same thing, but painted differently. So.
Well, it's the same way with Funko Pops. They have this Venomized set version when they have like all the Funko Pops that are Venomed. Yeah.
Well, Funkos, they have dropped tremendously in value. I've got a friend of mine that's real big into them, like how Casey is with video games. That's how this dude is with Funko Pops.
That's like how my girl is. She collects Funko Pops like they're fucking going out of style.
If you look at the value of those, they are plummeting like 50% of what they used to be worth, like the good ones.
Yeah, because they're really $10 a pop.
Well, not just that, but I had a Batman Beyond Funko Pop.
Yeah,
and I'm glad I sold it years ago, because this was one of the original ones, and it was worth like $400 something, and I sold it years ago. Now it's like half of what it used to be, because it's just
Crow, the original Crow Funko Pop.
Oh yeah, that's the one. Like, does she have the original Ghostface one?
Yeah, she's got that too. Yeah.
If she has that one, I know she's a big
she ain't
Scream
selling
fan.
That shit. You know she's a huge Scream fan. You know that. She ain't selling
I would say
shit.
if you were going to sell, you better do it quickly, because the market is quickly
She doesn't sell
dropping.
that kind of. See, she's not a seller. When she gets Ghostface stuff, it's you ain't prying it out of her. Like those popcorn buckets when I bought you and her one. Yeah, dude, she still has it in the wrapper. She's not taking it out. Nothing.
Yeah, I've got mine. I put mine back in the plastic because I'm redoing some stuff at my house. I've got it sitting protected in the tub with my stuff. Like I was telling Casey earlier today, the only stuff I've got, one shelf of collector stuff sitting out. I've got 10 figures sitting out. The rest of my stuff is in tubs and boxes, because I live in a construction zone. Basically, it's horrible.
Right. It's all dusty and dirt and all that.
Well, it's not dusty, dirty. It's just there's just piles of stuff.
Construction area. That's what I mean.
Yeah, there's just piles of tools, or stuff to fix the house up. It's just it's a mess.
So I don't know if you know this yet about NECA. I was at Myers today, like I said, and I went down the NECA section. They have the head bopper, the head banger, or the head knockers, I think they're called. They have the House of 1,000 Corpses with Baby Otis and fucking Captain Spaulding. Dude, if it wasn't that expensive, I would have picked them up. They were badass. Just like
it was like $60, right?
I think so. No, I think it was like 40. And then they had an 18-inch Captain Spaulding.
I don't have the 8. I would love to have the 18-inch Captain Spaulding.
It was only
NECA,
it was, I think, 40. No, maybe $35. It was the cloth clown suit.
I have the cloth Captain Spaulding figure.
It's brand new.
The 7-inch version. Let me show you this. Let me see if this is one of the ones that you saw. This Rob Zombie?
No.
Well, this is it's a NECA Little Big Heads is what it's called. It like the only thing that moves is the head,
it was like
and
that.
The hands will turn.
Yeah, it was like that. Yeah.
They made these. They made these for the House of a Thousand Corpses and his monster movie as well.
Okay.
But yeah, like the heads don't knock. It's not like a bobblehead. It's just, I mean, it's on like a pivot hinge like the others. But yeah, that's the Rob Zombie from those lines. These were shown at last year's Comic Con, I believe it was. But
I think so. I'll when we get off the call, I'll show you the pictures. I'll send them to you. Dude, they are so bad. Literally, if I had the money, I would have bought them right then and there. That's how badass they were. They only had one set.
I want the 3-pack of the Firefly family and the monsters. When the money comes, I'll get what
the one thing I did see that I wanted to get my girl because she's a really big dinosaurs fan was the Baby Sinclair NECA figure. Yeah. There was only 2 of them, so I hit one.
They did that one, and then they did the dad from the dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, Earl. Yeah, yeah.
I used to love that show.
Yeah, who didn't love dinosaurs?
Dude, I tell you what, that show has probably the saddest ending to any TV show ever.
Yeah, I know.
You know, the Ice Age is coming.
Yeah, exactly.
They're all dead.
Hardcore, dude.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you see Baby just fucking like frozen, and that's it.
Yeah, I was gonna say like as a kid, I don't remember it being that dark, but I watched it as an adult. And I'm like, holy crap, this is
when we were kids watching this, it was just like on ABC every Friday night, TGI Friday.
I think that's on Disney Plus, right?
Yeah, it is.
I gotta go watch that.
I don't have Disney Plus.
I think I need to go watch that. I knew there was the Ice Age episode. Like,
I mean, like, don't they see like the asteroid coming or something, and like that, like it gets real sad and depressing,
it's a nuclear pole.
nuclear.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah,
I mean, hell, there's so many sad endings. I mean, that dinosaurs. I mean, Alf. Literally, they fucking leave off on a fucking cliffhanger that the fucking alien task force is getting him, and then they're surrounding him, and then literally it takes like 6 years later for the TV movie that fucking they find out he's in the fucking air. Yeah, the Project Elf.
It was a Project Elf where he's in the base and they have to break him out.
Yeah,
that was a pretty good TV movie. I mean, it wasn't anything like the show.
I have it. Yeah,
but it wasn't bad.
You know, it's funny they couldn't even do anything with the what were they called, the Tanner family.
Oh no, they live in Iceland. Yeah. They live in Iceland now. That's what the when Elf asked them that's when the judge asked what about the Tanners, and they said it who's Emilio Estevez's dad?
Martin Sheen?
Yeah, Martin Sheen says that they live in Iceland.
Yeah. Well, they did that because they didn't. I assume they either did not want to bring them back, or they wanted too much money to come back.
No. Max Wright that played Willie, he was done with the show. He literally, when they had the rap party for Elf, he didn't even go. He just, once they said cut, it was over. He walked and he was done. Even though that made him so famous. Yeah. He hated being on Elf.
No. Elf was that was a good one. I had
Walmart. You can get the uncut versions right now for like $40. The uncut versions at Walmart.
I'd like to. I don't know if my mom may have it or not.
It's complete. It's a complete box that has all of them, and it has Elf Tales and Project Elf is on there as well.
Oh, cool!
We get everything for $40. Shout Factory put it out.
I had the original stuffed Elf toy. Like it was like a 10-inch stuffed.
Yep, I had the original. That too. My first birthday.
Roached by now, but I'd like to see if I still have it.
My first birthday, my aunt made me an Elf cake for my first birthday. That's how much I was a big fan of Elf. Yep. What were you gonna say, Casey? I'm sorry.
Actually, if you go on YouTube, there's a channel that all they do is stream Alf.
Yeah, but those are the syndicated, edited episodes. They're not that good. There's so much shit cut out. It's horrible.
I better be careful.
I'm surprised that they haven't been copyrighted.
They own it. It's Shout Factory's version, but Shout, they bought their original episodes, and then the original on-air episodes, not the cut episodes. They re-released them.
I
on
love
DVD.
Shout. I've bought so many DVDs from Shout
like
Factory.
literally, you can go to your Walmart tomorrow, pick up the unedited versions of Elf and watch them, and watch Elf Tales and Project Elf, because it's all in there. Literally, I have the box set. I can go show you guys real quick.
It sounds like you're saying Elf.
I said Elf.
Well, it sounds like you're saying Elf.
No, I'll be right back.
They've got a bunch of Alf merch made by NECA out on the shelf today that you can go buy, from action figures to. I saw lunch boxes, like retro lunch boxes, the other day.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, they've got all kinds of stuff.
Well, I mean, this is the only console Alf game I can find anywhere. It's for the Sega Master System, and actually, it's one of the most expensive games for that system.
I'm surprised that they haven't rebooted Alf and brought him back. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I agree. Let me bring you up. There you go.
Oh, that's
You're
nice.
muted, AJ. You're muted. AJ, you're muted.
My bad. Yeah, it's deluxe package. It's got everything in there. $40. I mean, it's got everything you could think of.
That's cool.
Yeah, it has the animated series. It has Elf Tales. It has the Project Elf movie. It has back scene footage of the show. It has commentary. I mean, it's got it all. It's all the original footage stuff from way back in the day. Everything's uncut. I think the episodes are originally 28 minutes, and then the syndicated ones are like 23 or 22 minutes. So yeah, there's so much footage that's uncut on here. It's good stuff. I've watched the whole series. It's great. I recommend it. Anybody that's an Elf fan, pick it up.
TV episodes back then were 22 minutes long because they had 8 minutes of commercials, so they had to cut them down to 22.
Yeah.
This is the Alf game on the Sega Master System. This is on the site I go to check prices. It's called Price Charting, and you see if the cartridge by itself goes for $50, but if it has the case and then all the paperwork, it goes for $185. Brand spanking new.
How much did you pay for your copy, Casey? Because I know you picked it up recently.
That's a good question. Yes, I did. I can go to eBay real quick.
I saw.
I mean, how much did you pay for your copy?
Well, that's what I'm going to look up right now. I don't remember.
The other day, I was on Twitter and I saw a dude posting PlayStation 2 games going anywhere from $100 to $250.
What?
Like, I could not believe the prices of these things. It was ridiculous.
I'll show you some of the newer stuff I got too. I'm getting this this water.
Oh yeah, didn't you get figures? The Mario figure, the Luigi, right?
Oh, I got this right here is like a mat.
Oh, you got that? Okay.
I'll probably put that in the front doorway.
That would be cool.
Yeah. I got a pin coming.
That one?
Yeah.